Good morning. Hey. Just trying to get set up. I was wondering if I was going to put a song on. I'm not very good at coming on and babbling by myself. I needed somebody to babble to.
Babble, bubble.
Oh, I can't find myself. How's it going, Angelfish? Hi, Trixie. Why isn't this working? That's it? Just a little hi? Let me see this. One second. Oh my gosh. I'm experiencing technical difficulties. Technical difficulties.
Malfunction.
I can't find myself. I can't find my stream to be able to look at it on the other screen. Oh my gosh. Why is this happening? Why is this happening like that?
Are you live?
I think so, aren't I? Can you see me?
I can't check.
Oh, there I am. I got me. I got me.
You got yourself?
I got me.
You got yourself?
Yeah, because I find my live stream on here so I can see the comments better. That's why. That's why. Okay, here I am. B word in a pan. Angelfish. Good morning, Trixie. How's it going, you guys? Ready to get some cans today? How you feeling, love bug? I'm feeling really good. I slept early. Well, early. Before 11 p.m. Eastern time. And I slept straight through till about 4 a.m. And then I was awake from about 4 a.m. until, I don't know, I didn't check. It was probably past 6. I fell asleep back when it was dawn, back at dawn. The crows did not rock me to sleep though at dawn because it was so windy. Usually the crows are like just like really prevalent, active around at sunrise, but they were quiet today because it was so windy. Angel fish. Oh, thank you. Kiki loves us, but she's working, so she sends hugs. Right on. Yeah, I was in contact with Kiki yesterday, and she was saying she was starting her week. Angelfish, no sleep? None at all. Might have had an hour, but no idea when the kids snuck in. Yikes. I know that the Schumann's really active. Everything I see is like there's like just a CME after CME and energy after energy. I don't even have the words for it anymore. But like it's not letting up, right? First time in a long time. Angelfish? What do you mean, girl flu babies? What do you mean Bella Rose has the flu? So last night when I woke up, I had received an article by Kelly Ryan O'Brien from Canada actually, and you know about the V and certain things, and I might read it out loud later. We'll see how the stream what the stream heads towards as what's needed for today. I might read it out loud. And then a second article just randomly guided to, speaking of immunity for people who had already had the C. And that made me like, oh, wow. I never really thought of it. Well, I did, but I didn't. But what stood out is that in December 2019, I'm pretty sure that Lily and I had the C, meaning that we were sick with an intensity that I'd never had before in my lifetime, and Lily Rose as well. That being said, neither of us took any meds, to bring down the fever, because it was always a certain, we were always we coasted through it without any, meds or without any.
Take a cough syrup.
Yeah, cough syrup once.
And then I threw up.
Yeah, by the time her throat hurt so bad, and I was offering her cough syrup, Buckley's, and she was always saying no. And then the one time she said yes, she took it, and then it just it came out. So that's why really specify. We took no meds at all, and the one that she did try to take, that was just like a little bit of cough syrup, it came out of her.
It was good.
But what I full circled, what I'm trying to get to, is that in December 2019, Lily Rose and I were intensely sick with most likely the C, but unless Lily is like, no, wrong, Mom, you're wrong, we have never been sick since.
Nope.
So all of 2020 and all of 2021, and now we're at, almost entering the 9th month. In a year and 9 months, we have not been sick at all. You know what I mean? There are a couple times where I had a tickle in my throat and I thought, oh, I'm, and it's like, and I tell myself no, because I don't.
at the cottage and my throat hurt really bad. Nope.
But it didn't become anything.
No.
Right. So, yeah, just the real, utter realization that from, you know what I mean? We didn't have a passing thing in the summer or at the beginning or the end, or, you know what I mean? So anyways, I'm just kind of thinking about to what point that one intense time, but then in a year and 8 months sustained, we have had nothing else pass through our system like that at all. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. If it starts a convo, it does, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But it was really, when you just kind of live your life and you just don't really put the 1, 2, 3 together, and it's like, whoa, Anyways, sidebar. Oh, I just vacuumed and here I am shedding hair all over the place again. I should have a little garbage. I should have a little
should.
garbage nearby that, you know,
Hairs.
always putting my
Just
hairs
hairs.
in.
And the cat hairs.
Okay. You gonna go get headphones, Trixie? Thanks for being here, sweetie. I got you all over. Angelfish. What do you specifically mean? I can feel it, G. It's getting bigger too. I might be stressing on next week, G. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, Angelfish. Exactly, Angelfish. My whole house had COVID, C, and survived. And when we were ready to send them back to school, that's when they closed the world. Angelfish. My mom had it hospital 2 times, still alive, and she treated herself like a rock star. Capes from Divine. We are invincible. See my dress? I wore my superhero dress today.
Where's the cape?
I just don't have a cape right now. I'm still a superhero if I don't have a cape, aren't I? The only
The
cape
Hulk doesn't have a cape.
The Hulk doesn't have a cape. Yeah, okay, that's what you mean. Stuff is inbound energetically. Exactly, Angelfish. And it's not letting up. And like, I mean, I'm just, it's, just, yeah. Bells makes bunnies from our hairballs. Exactly. Angelfish says she has wings, Lily Rose. There's no room for a cape. So look at my superhero dress. I feel like the old Batman movies, right? Like pow, 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 pow. See what's on my butt? I'm not sure. Okay, that's enough butt.
Yeah,
That's enough
that's a little
butt.
bit too much, Mom.
That's the most butt I've ever showed on purpose. Come on. It's not a big deal. I want showing my dress. I love this dress. Need those ruby reds. Oh, should I go put on my shoes? Okay, hang on.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. It's so weird putting these on. Hang on.
Are you wearing the heels?
I'm trying.
Oh, my God.
Get me a walking stick.
We actually found a ruby collar for our cat. Literally on the ground. A ruby collar. Oh, good.
Can you see the heels?
Not on carpet.
Yeah, I know. Heels on carpets might not be so fancy. Here.
Can I try them?
Oh, my panties have so many holes. It's really not. That's.
Can I try them?
Oh my god. For not long, because your feet are not like mine. Be careful. Okay, Lily falls and we have a heel accident. If Lily falls and we have a heel accident, I'm gonna catch it all on film, Melissa.
My feet don't fit.
I don't think they would, because you're like Cinderella or a stepsister. Those are my original Cinderella shoes. Well, they're not really glass. They're more like red, but... Oh, she's cramming him on. She's cramming them in like a wicked stepsister. Don't keep them on long, though, because you'll stretch them. Her feet are a little bit wider than mine.
Oh.
Oh, my.
I didn't see it.
How's it going? Is it the first time you actually put on my heels in your whole life?
Yeah.
Oh my
I've had
God.
my black heels before, but...
When I was little, I used to put my mom's heels on all the time. And then by the time I grew up and had my own real feet that I was allowed to wear heels, I never have ever since I was grown up. Okay, get my shoes off you.
Did you see me on
I
my
did.
phone?
Everybody did.
Wait, I want to try.
We'll make a short out of that part. Here, do something silly with the heels and then I'll make it into a video.
Me?
Oh my god, you look like a duck. You got something up your butt. Please take those off. You're scaring me. Oh my god.
My black heels and those are the only ones that I've ever had on.
Hammer time. Ruby reds. Hey, Alex, thank you.
I
I
feel
wore
so
the dress
fancy.
today.
I feel so fancy with my pajamas and high heels.
I know, eh? I'm so fancy.
You already know I'm in the last lane from head to Tokyo. That's what she says.
Bring me my shoes.
What?
Yes, Angelfish, fashion in Canada. I'm feeling fashionable. Alex, I'm wearing the dress on screen because of you. Yup. Why? Because you actually noticed the dress in my vid yesterday. I only showed a little snippet, and you actually noticed. And then when I saw that you noticed, I was like, oh man, I'm going to actually wear a dress. Because I still am doing that thing where I wear dresses more off camera than on. I don't know. It's just a thing. I don't really get ready for my live streams so much.
No. So I'll come into our live streams in our pajamas.
Right? Like yesterday I had my hair up and like a big sweater, and then I was like, oh, I should put my hair, I started the stream, and then when I went to find my glasses, I was like, oh, I should let the hair down. I'm not going to be able to stand it up. And I changed shirts really quick. Set change. How's it going, Alex? Angelfish said, don't let her die, Lily Rose, when I put the heels on. These are actually...
Now you're showing your butt.
Oh, man. These are actually... I bought them at a thrift shop. You can see the thrift shop little sign. My feet are not really a size 8 in real life, but these heels
I'm a
fit
size
me as a
7.
size 8.
And those are
and-
too small for me.
I remember I had bought them at
How
a
is that
thrift shop
possible?
because I have my red dress. I was going to wear the red dress today, but I thought that's a little too much. But I'm thinking for September 1st, right? Get some action going on my live stream and wear the red dress for real, right? If I keep saving the red dress for an occasion other than going grocery shopping or sleeping in it, I'll never wear it like in front of humans because, you know. So maybe that will be my September 1st, like, ooh, lady in red.
Ooh, I'll wear my red dress.
Ooh, Angelfish. Okay. What red dress? You have a red dress?
I'm gonna go get my red dress.
Angelfish, my feet fit Belle's rollerblades. Bad news. Yeah. That's just it, eh? Those shoes say I'm a size 8, but I fit into a size 4 kid shoe or boots or stuff. So, who knows what I am. Alex said, oh my god, Lily Rose, when you had the heels. A red dress, no panties. That's going to be the big day. Oh, Alex, what I wear and call panties is practically
Of
not
course I have
wearing
a
any
red
anyways.
dress.
Oh, yeah.
Red and gold.
Red and gold. You're golden.
I've been wearing it.
Oh, you had to say that about the panties, Alex, eh?
Oh, no,
Oh my
not
god.
my birthday. So I haven't worn it in a while.
I'm not sure how to read that.
Last time I wore it was New Year's and my birthday. I'm just rambling now.
Angelfish, I heard you, G. If you do wear underwear, those will be sitters until you get your hooker knees for those heels. I have no idea what that means. Does Lily want heels or flats? Flats. I don't want Lily in heels. Oh my god. I remember when Amy was little, one of her friends gifted her like heels that are for little girls, right? Like a shoe that had a heel.
Flip flops and I wear them every day.
True that. And so my restaurant was here and the grocery store was here across the street, right? So you exited my restaurant, you crossed the street diagonally, and there was the store. And so at one point, I says to Amy, she was little at the time, right? And she could have stayed at the restaurant because there was, you know, somebody working as I was leaving. But I was like, I have to run to the store. Do you want to come with me? And she's like, okay. And then I said, well, go change your shoes. I don't want you walking across the street with those shoes. And she's like, no, I don't want to change my shoes. And I was like, go change your shoes. And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, but if you hurt yourself, I won't care. And she's like, okay. So here she goes, like, you know, thinking she's all cool, walking down, like, you know, across the street and stuff. We weren't even all across the whole street. I don't remember if it was the first curb or the one, like, when we crossed the street. And she kind of twisted her ankle. And then she was looking up at me with those big blue eyes and tears wanting to come out, but holding them in and pain. And I was like, Me not care. Me not care if you hurt yourself. I told you. Anyways, I'm a mean mom. I'm a bad mom. Oh, mean mom. Okay, no more panty talk. That's too much.
We're talking about panties.
All red or red and white? Ask her, please. I'll get both. All red or red and white flats? Red or red and white flats, Lily? I don't know. Alex, me not care. Oh, man. All my kids have done that, eh? Lily, to be honest, of my 3 kids and all, the stepchildren that I had in my blended life, Lily's the most savvy of actually listening most times. But I can remember Samuel, we were walking, he was biking, and he was doing this stuff where, he's a little boy doing tricks on his bike, and I'm like, Sam, you need to stop. Your tricks are gonna, you know what I mean? No, and he doesn't stop, and I says to him the same thing I always say. I don't care how. If you hurt yourself, I won't care. And he's like, okay. Didn't even take a minute or two, and he crashed. Like, he crashed. And he didn't just crash, like, on the sidewalk somewhere happy. He crashed right in the middle of the fucking road. And we're talking a bloody hamburger mess. So I did care. I did help. That scab lasted so freaking long that one time we went to McDonald's. We went to the play place so they could play. And all of a sudden, his scab touched, I don't know, and blood started pouring out. They had to evacuate the whole play place because his blood was dripping everywhere. So other kids were looking at him, and you know what I mean? They were not impressed. And meanwhile, he was like a bloody little mess of a hamburger elbow.
Did it hurt?
Well, yeah. But I mean, at that point, it's not about the pain. It was about, like, the blood and, like, leaving. Anyways, that's enough of that. What were you talking about before? The Schumann or something?
I don't know. Underwear.
No, don't talk about underwear.
Bacon, probably.
Oh, you want to talk about bacon?
No.
Let's talk about bacon. Oh, man, I swear. I come on and ad-lib and have no clue what we're going to talk about when I've, like, rambled on about, like, pretty much nothing for the last 23 minutes. Have I been on for 23 minutes? It's 12 Eastern Time. Church bells. Exactly on the dot. Church bells should be ringing any time now.
Yeah, they should.
Ooh, Ruby Kids in glitter. Sent a pic. I can't look at the pic, honey. I don't have my Instagram on my phone. I only have a limited amount of apps on my phone because when I'm out and about, I don't look at my stuff, and it's only for, like, certain things, you know what I mean? Because otherwise my phone gets too full. I'll check it out later. She'd probably love that, though. Angelfish, the bacon egg bikinis. Eggs on the bottom or the top? On the top. But I googled bacon and eggs bikinis before, and I don't really like them, Angelfish. They creep me out. So, it's fun to talk about, but I don't really want one, if that makes any sense at all. Boom, Kansas is a super sink. Show me Sasquatch, how you doing? Hanging out with my grandkids in Kansas City, cooking breakfast this morning? Right on. Kansas City, KC. Love it. What you cooking, good looking? What you making?
Good looking?
What you cooking, good looking? What you making? I've wanted the Dorothy dress since I was a child, obviously. Angelfish, I have to get you the Dorothy dress, being as you were Dorothy. I've wanted it since a child. I've only ever found one version of it before, and it was like for a Halloween thingamajig, and it was really pretty, but it was so slutty, and I don't say that like meanly or anything, but that I didn't want that version of it, right? I'm not saying I'd want the actual exact original version, maybe, but it was just, and you know Halloween materials, how they sell like Halloween costumes, like really overpriced with a material that you can't really wash and do anything with. So it was like, yeah, I'm not investing like 30 something bucks for something I can't even wash that I would not even really wear in public because it kind of looked more like a stripper outfit, right? Halloween's the best day of the year for people who, you know, want to dress up in a certain way and get away with it, I guess, right? It's 7:01 for you, Alex. You're making bacon and eggs too, Angel Fish? Right on. We have friends that are very crafty. Yes, we all are, sweetie. I've never been one to sew with a machine very much.
I've sewn with the machine.
I got hair on my arm. It's like a pet hair. Go away. Show me Sasquatch cooking eggs, ham, onion, taters smothered in cheese. Yummy. With mayonnaise on the side.
Oh, good.
Lily, is Lily okay with being Glinda? That's a really big dress. Would you be the Good Witch of the Good Witch Glinda with that dress from The Wizard of Oz, Lily?
That's really big.
Yeah, too big. Oh, you know what, Angel Fish? I think Lily Rose should be a flying monkey.
Please don't.
Angel Fish, Lily Rose should be a flying monkey. Your grandson is 12 today. You have 7 granddaughters. Aw, neato. That's awesome, SMS. Are you all together now? Are the 8 of them right with you today? That's so cool. Me's gonna be a grandmother in the next month or so, like depending on how things go, right? Any day now it could actually happen because it's, you know, the same.
She could be in labor right now.
Wow, imagine you say that. You never know. We'll know when we know. Me gonna be a grandmother this month sometime.
I'm
It's
gonna
coming.
be an aunt.
An aunt.
An aunt. I'm pretty big for
What's your grandson's name? SMS if you care to share, just for the sync and the energy of the name. Yeah, Alex says happy birthday to your grandson. Nah, Lily Rose would not make a good wicked witch. She doesn't have that wickedness inside of her. Not at all. SMS, you was an upholsterer for 25 years? Limousines? Whoa. Yeah, I know you've talked about doing certain things. I didn't realize that intensity. I knew an upholsterer when we were young who did stuff that was so amazing. If you were close, Mark, I'd have you help me with my leathers because I'm not savvy of certain things for sizing. I've not been able to find a dummy that matches my body either that's available to buy, right? To be able to use something else to do things with. I have worked with leather a lot. I'm just not good with like cup sizes and certain stuff. Ooh, I like that. Carter Mark. Thank you, SMS, for sharing that. Carter Mark. Carter is a huge sink. You know how I say that they film a lot of movies and they do a lot of stuff around here? One of the things they actually film around here is a TV series or something, whatever, called Carter. If I remember my facts correctly, Carter is a book written by a local author, and then that book has been transformed into a Canadian TV series called Carter. Hey, 30 Acre. Love the name of today's live stream. Lots of love, Genevieve. Yeah, 30 Acre, 38 for sure. I was like, what word did I put? But I didn't use a word today. I didn't really have one. I was coming fresh out of Mountain Rain's video. And I was going to use something she said in the video. But I was like, no, not today, not yet. Unless it comes back to me to use, that's just a sidebar. So I just used the number. The wheat I used is really prevalent right now because it is, you know, it is the harvest, depending on where we are. I know, SMS. I remember you saying that. I used to sew the outfits for strippers out of leather. Yeah, I can't even imagine the shit that you've made, dude. Like, I'm someone who's known people in my reality, right? That's their job, right? That we're strippers. And fun fact is one of my ladies, she had two boxes, two bins of shoes, you know, and boots, like we're talking thigh-high boots that she had for sale. I tried to sell them for her, like, and I never was able, like, nobody wanted to buy them. But I inherited a pair of black boots. They were my favorite boots I've ever had. Like, you just...
Do you still have them?
I don't know. I only wore them once out in public at Halloween. I was Artemis for Halloween. And I thought Artemis and modern day Artemis would have, you know, nice boots, really, really high. And what happened is that I was with someone, a friend of mine, and I went to her house to sleep over. And I left the boots there, and we kind of lost touch, and I never got the boots back. So maybe she'll like text me randomly out of the blue saying like, I'm moving and I just found your boots in a corner. Do you want them back? And I'll be like, yeah.
How long ago was that?
It was when you were like 6 years old, that one time where Amy did makeup for me to go out for Halloween and she babysat you. It was like one of the only handful of times I ever went out, like ever since you were born. And it's because it was Halloween. I worked so hard on my Artemis costume. I still have it. I used a fairy type Halloween costume. And anyways, that's enough of that. Is Brant your name? 30 Acre? Seriously? Is that your name? BRANDT? I got so many Paul Brant syncs right now. I swear I should be Alberta bound. You know the singer Paul Brant? He's Canadian, but I think he made it in the US enough. You know, he's been in Nashville long enough that Americans would know the singer Paul Brant. 30 Acre, just starting my day with some naked sun gazing. Right on. I had a guy on Instagram. I followed him for a while, and then I got sick of him talking about his fucking balls in the sun. It was just too much, right? And I forget what his name is. I would shout him out. I think he's brilliant. He talked about his balls way too fucking much for my taste, right? Trying to like, he was educating the masculine, especially. But I found that the way he did it was like trying to be flirty with the feminine a little too much. And like, you know, so I stopped following him. But he, like I said, he upped the notch. It wasn't just about his eyes getting the sun. It was about the whole package, especially the balls. He was very adamant on the balls. Have I said balls enough this morning?
Yeah.
SMS, I left a pair of cowboy boots at a friend's house in high school and I got them back 30 years later.
30?
Boom.
Do they still fit?
Of course. They still fit, right, SMS? Of course. Why would they not? In high school, I mean, you could have grown a little bit your feet, but yeah, show me Sasquatch says all natural Brant. Aw, you're a Thomas too? Is 30 Acre really your last name? Is that a last name? I never heard that before. That's a cool name, dude. I'm gonna draw that if that's okay. I haven't drawn anything so much. Like, usually I go through a Sharpie a day at least, or, you know what I mean?
That 30 pack?
I still am on the 30 pack. There's about 10 left. I've only done Trace B in the last week. I ever since I left and went into the bush, I have not drawn. So, and that's the thing. This morning I was like, I feel like drawing, but I don't have anything that I like, I'm gonna draw that. So if you say yes, I'm gonna do that. 30 acres. That really a last name? That's so cool. Angel Fish, Alberta bound. 30 acre. You don't have to worry, Genevieve. I won't be discussing my balls. Okay. I think I put enough emphasis on it all already, eh? We're good. I'll stop. It's German? Wow. I'm a nut for names, right? The syllables of our names, right, is so like just it's important to me. That's cool. German. Saw toes off and wear them. Right on, SMS. I released a first of many vids to come today. The delusional mind of phony. LOL. I'm not sure what you mean, but I'll check that out. Excuse me. SMS, it was the 40th reunion of high school this year. I didn't go. Dude, I didn't even go to my own graduation, so, you know what I mean? I didn't do any of that stuff in high school. I didn't go to prom. I didn't go to grad. I went to the first dances when I was young in grade 9 and 10 because I was allowed, but I never participated in anything, so I'm not aware if ever they've had reunions and, you know what I mean? Like, it's not my bag. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I barely go to weddings and people's like events. Those things are not Alex G, don't look at my link. Aw, yeah, SMS, that's beautiful. I get paper and pencils and Sharpies for most holidays and birthdays. That's awesome. There ain't nothing better than having extra pads. Right, having extra paper, and I'm a paper freak where like the textures are all different, right? SMS. So one paper that I really want to work on and I just never have yet. I've never been able to order it. Every time I've had the budget, right, to be able to just say like I'm gonna order it, it's out of stock for the size that I want of papers, but like B paper specifically. I can't wait to try that. You know what I mean? Like some depending on because I try to look for stuff on special, obviously, but I mean the quality of paper sometimes that I use, like it's like 75 cents to $2 a slice of paper, right? Because I like the thick. I work with markers and I don't like the bleed through, obviously.
Yeah, you work with alcohol.
So, but I tend to, I always, when I'm able to buy 2 at a time, I try to get one that I know and then one that I don't know, that I've never tried. But right now, I'm actually in a state of, like, I only have, like, you know, a certain amount of stuff left. And one thing about me is, I don't know if it's, like, Bob Ross, like, but I never... it's rare, like even if I make a mistake of what I was seeing and what I wanted on the paper, I turn the mistake into something, right? And because I work with lines, it's kind of easy if I mess something up to put an extra line somewhere and be like, well, I meant to do that.
Yep, that was on purpose.
I meant to do that. That C is supposed to look like that, right?
Yeah, I do that all the time too.
Yeah. Hi, Infinite Plane. How you doing? Rowan. That's a special name to me, too. I wrote it in a comment yesterday, Rowan. 30 Acres said, Acre was added to it, I guess, when the family came over from the United States in New York. That's so cool. SMS says Brent, you can name the weed you grow on Green Acres. Watching you guys say hello, hello. Gonna scroll up. Angelfish. I was valedictorian. No one could go, so neither did I. Really? Thanks for sharing, Infinite Plane. Infinite Plane put up his video, Spirit Wolf. I just watched it. It was your video and Judy, Mountain Rains, were the last vids. I think the only vids that I watched this morning. I watched Frack's video too today. Yeah, exactly, SMS. If the paper's too thin, it bleeds. I know. Yeah, I'm not into that feeling. I hate it. And that thing of, because the way that, where's my markers? My super markers, they're amazing, right?
They're right there. And they're alcohol based, so they bleed.
So, like, oh my God, these are my babies. I can't wait. Someday I'm going to get another set for the balance of the colors.
And then she tried to give those to me.
No, for the balance of the colors that I don't have, but these are amazing markers, right? And like the way that they work really is that when you put one line and then you can make it darker or lighter, it depends, right? But like, loves my dudes, right? These are my babies. And my whole life, like, I've always wanted a kit, like, you know what I mean? The way that this is, so it's all like, it's just, Lily's amazing. Because I don't always put the markers back like the right way, and sometimes like when I do stuff, I'll keep the markers on the side to not forget which number I'm working with, because I don't take the time to write down. So sometimes Lily just goes through and she rearranges them all perfect. Well, you've helped me put them in as well, like when I've had like 5 or 6. The numbers are really small, and then she just puts them all back for me. Yeah, this is I've had this kit now for a year. I think I bought it at the end of, it was before I moved. Did I get it when we moved in here, or just before we moved?
After we moved.
Yeah.
It was like around Christmas time.
No, it was September or October. It was in the fall. But, yeah, those are amazing. Just amazing markers to me.
We were in here in September.
Okay, Lily, I don't know. Come on. 30 acre. I was too busy smoking weed, drinking beer, and tripping on acid to go to prom or anything like that. Yes, MS, I think so too. Errors can make a beautiful picture sometimes. And that's the thing, is that mentality of art doesn't have errors. It's a flow. Allow it. When you judge yourself too much and then you stop because you think you made a mistake, that's when you're starting to think too much, because you're not just flowing, right? So there's no real mistakes with art. It's not a science. It's not baking, right? That's it. What are the markers called?
A hulu.
A hulu.
I've heard a YouTuber call them a hoo-hoo.
A hoo-hoo?
A hoo-hoo. Not on purpose, though. She actually doesn't know the name. That it's not a hoo-hoo.
Wow. SMS says they got a new marker out that draws 2 lines parallel to each other, and they said it sold out instantly. No shit, eh? Rawr. You know what I mean? And that's why too, as well, is like the tips of markers, everything, they're all different, right? It's like, so like somebody said to me once, like, you have too many markers, and it's like, what you saying? You know, first of all, like, no, there's different, every marker set is different shades and different colors and different tips. Like, what you talking about, Willis? Too many markers. Like, I can't have too many markers. Infinite Plane, I hope everyone's having a great day. Going good. After all, she's still a kid. Are you talking about Lily or me?
I think you.
I just saw something on Instagram that said, being an adult, I forget, I'm not going to say it the right way, probably, but being an
adult is so hard. You're just unsupervised every day or every.
Yeah, being a grown-up's so weird. You're just unsupervised all the time. Like, what the heck, right? Angelfish, y'all were there in November. You had the birthday in the new home with Kitty and Big Sister. Exactly. Thank you, Angelfish. Boom. Exactly. It was the beginning of November. By the time we got in and it was our place, it was the November 13th.
And I remember
Thank
we
you,
were
Angelfish.
sitting here and you were opening the kit and you were like, oh, in awe.
Yeah. Show Me Sasquatch says, great set. I'm jealous. SMS, dude, I would share my markers with you. And I don't just say that to anybody. Angelfish, too. If we were hanging out, I would share my markers with you. And that's sacred, right? Don't anybody ever think that I'm going to share my markers with just anybody. I might love ya. I might like ya. Don't mean I'm going to share my markers with ya. Know what I'm saying? Alex says, Infinite, my day's already over. It's evening here already.
It's 12.
SMS, let it go. Frozen song. My grandbaby loves it. It's a daily event. Yeah, me too loves it. Does she like Frozen 2 songs as well? Is she into the Frozen 2 as well? Alex G, we are the supervisors. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Best sounds, Lily crunching. SMS, I got Crayola markers at Walmart on sale the other day for 50 cents a pack. Right on, dude. You use the Crayola? Yeah, there's certain stores here that have like mega Crayola section, and my eyes get all big. But it's like, I refuse to pay the fucking price that they're charging, like at Michael's, right? Michael's is an amazing store when they put their stuff on special. Because otherwise, it's like so like ridiculously overpriced that it makes no fucking sense. But when they got specials, it's like, boom, I'm on it, right? Oh, hey, Emoji King. Right on. How's your day going? Angelfish, we share, but weren't easy to learn. I wouldn't let my mom color on my poster. Well, for me, the sharing is about like listen, not everybody shuts the frickin' caps of markers, and not everybody is careful with the tip, because these are like amazing tips. There's extra tips to switch if ever they get like yucky, but still, just that's it. Besides, like, my markers is like my one thing that's like, it's like mine. I don't share it. I share everything else that I have. Like, that's fine, but just different, right? It's my tool. It's my tool. SMS, I used to sit and color the blacklight posters for hours.
I thought potatoes were logs.
Angelfish, 168 who have 48 bucks. Yeah, the kit that I got it like mega on special too. Like, it was like, I don't know, it was really not expensive for how, you know what I mean? Like, I searched, and then it was like, boom, this epic deal, grab it. Yeah, Emoji King, just the tip. Be careful about just that tip. No, Angelfish, me did not even know that existed. Oh my gosh. Have y'all tried the color pencil that you can paint? Best of both worlds. Nope.
I've seen those.
Never
They're
seen them.
watercolor.
Watercolor? Yeah, that's what I would like next, is the watercolor tips. You're deleted to be here, Emoji King? Or delighted? I'm glad you're here too, Jack. How's everything going? Yeah, Angelfish, not everyone colors in the lines. SMS, I'm Sunny. If you share, me would share.
She doesn't even share with me. That's how special
No,
we are.
but I've given you my hand-me-downs of 2 epic marker sets, so I think that's good enough for now. Plus, I bought her, like, her own stuff, right? Her gel pens and stuff. Try to have her have as much different materials as well, to be able to try, like, just the differentness, right, of like the gel pen versus the marker and all that. Elated, right on, Emoji King. We don't have, as far as I know, I don't think Canada has Hobby Lobby. If we do, then it's just,
We have Hobby Lobby, but just not here.
we do have some in Canada?
We have Hobby Lobby.
I didn't know that. See, she knows more than I do, right? She knows
We
more
have a
than I
Hobby Lobby in Ontario somewhere. It's just not in North Bay.
do. Yeah. See? Kid knows more than I do. SMS. Hobby Lobby here usually gets 40% off, but you can get a coupon online on your phone and save 40% off anytime. Yeah, that's the cool thing, right? And that's awesome. We loves it. Angelfish, I got you, Lily. I will spoil you both. Oh, Angelfish, I was just thinking earlier, like, oh my gosh, I don't even like shopping, but there's so many things that we need right now, especially Lily Rose. It's like, oh my gosh. Anyways, gonna leave it at that. I know you meant delighted, but I like the deleted. Emoji King. Emoji King spell check is such a little bitch with me these days that half the things that I write, I swear, I'm looking at it, the word is perfect. And then after I press on send, all of a sudden there's these like weird words all over the place. The girls do like both the Frozen movies, SMS. Yeah, me too. I needed Frozen 2, like, big time. I needed the Frozen 2 big time. Infinite Plane. Me's not cool. Me's not cool. Me's just bold. I just got a big mouth. Right? I'm not cool. I'm just bold with a big mouth.
Really good.
Oh, I love you, Mark. Thank you. 30 acre. You guys got double eyes. Angelfish, school supplies and clothes, art supplies, and lunch money. How Tribe helps. Yeah. Love you, Angelfish. Everything's so up in the air and just so messed up right now. Oh, it's just, there's no words for it. Have faith, right? Mouse spirit. Tend to the little things. Tend to the small things. Mouse spirit, 440. Not getting the book out. Grab the spirit message for whatever resonates with you. Because I'm not getting the book out. Emoji King, the store ran out of dog food? For how long, dude? Huh. Aw, thank you for saying that, Infinite Plane. Thanks for being a calm voice on this platform. You're welcome. Thank you for saying it. I can rant and ramble and go from thing to thing, but I do, ultimately, I'm here in peace, and that's it, right? Angelfish, my family's gone and I need to carry the tradition. Care packages of the little joys. Yeah. Thank you, Angelfish. That's beautiful. SMS, markers and pencils when school starts with skulls during Halloween. Yeah, fancy pencils. Oh, Alex, says Genevieve, the ducks didn't...
I've seen a pencil pack for Halloween. You know when people give out pencils during Halloween?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've seen like a Halloween pencil pack. It's like a 50.
I love when people do that at Halloween, when they like, you get the people like that give a random toothbrush or like pencils and pens, like different stuff that's fun like that. Erasers are awesome.
Oh yeah, I've had a few times during Halloween I've had pencil tops. So when pencils don't have erasers, it's basically an eraser with a hole in it.
SMS, I see your comment. The Green Mile. Boom. Yeah, the mouse in the Green Mile. The Green Mile. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. being that ability to take other people's sickness and pain, that's important right now. Right now and always, but only those who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. But oh my gosh, Alex G, Genevieve, the ducks didn't come home with you. That would have made what a delicious peppery they would have made. I wouldn't eat.
No.
I don't like eating duck personally, but I would have brought those little suckers home so bad. Oh my gosh.
As pets.
It's hard to like not go back to the exact same spot today to see like did we imprint them enough that they're gonna be
There were
like
so
come
many
back to us.
There were so many footprints.
Yeah, so many seagulls. And that's the thing, eh? We had two of those ducks who were juveniles. They're not like fully mature ducks. And seagulls everywhere. And the motherfucking seagulls were scared.
Yeah.
They are more hesitant. And, you know, the seagulls would come and grab something and go. Whereas the ducks were like, they were all over us. Like, for
Yeah,
real.
I
Like,
pet them.
you know what I mean? Like, we got to pet them. Like, the only reason I didn't grab
They ate
one
my toes.
to pet them, because that's just rude, right? That's just rude. But I'm sure if it would have been like grab and have the food, that it would have stayed. That's how friendly that they were. They were so amazing. We needed that yesterday. You know what I mean? We totally did. There's something in the back. Yeah, Emoji King, that's it, eh? Go to another store for the dog food. Yeah. That little mouse in the Green Mile. Thanks for writing that out. SMS, I wouldn't have thought of it. I wouldn't have thought of it. Yeah, Angelfish. The best days were receiving handwritten letters and special little stuffers only Grandma gives. Yeah, grandmas and aunts used to do that for us. That's just, it's not, yeah. Emoji King says, Alex, you're making the duck sound delicious. I know, ASMS. Google does not speak my language. All right, on Michelle Lee Kane and Free. I love coming in at the same time as Lily Rose is chit-chatting. Neato. Welcome, sweetie. 12:31 Eastern Time. Did you get some good normal rest last night? Angelfish says, Lily Rose, we have so many pencils. When Angelfish sent a kit, there was a pencil in there for you, wasn't there?
No.
Wasn't there a pencil?
No.
I thought there was. Right on.
Oh, yes, there was. A bunch of pencils.
Yeah, a bunch of pencils that she has. Jack says, I was just thinking about you, Michelle. Right on. Hi, Shannon222. I saw you had a vid out. I put it in save later to watch later. I have not taken the time to watch it. I saved it for later. How's it going, Shannon? Shannon's like, well, if you watched my vid, you would know how I'm doing. I'm sorry, I didn't take the time. So, how's it going? Ooh, Angelfish. My ovaries are doing the best to transmute collective cycles. There's or feeling, but not ours. So moving best we can. Thanks for mentioning it, Angelfish. Not everybody, speaks of it openly, but yeah, that transmuting the collective cycles that's real, baby girl. It's not just you. Those of us that are, transmuters. The shit is real. And I've seen it like in various platforms with other people that tummy, right? The ovaries. Oh, Shannon, you feeling it, eh? The hurricane hurts my back. Oh, dude. We have had high winds off and on since last night when the storm started. And the energies are super intense. SMS, me too, I get it. I spelled wrong on purpose, confusing to I. See, for me, that kind of spelling is second nature. You know what I mean? That looks normal to me. Right? That way. I get it. Infinite Plane. The weather's bad here. I keep losing my internet. Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
lucky we didn't lose ours.
You're in Florida. Do they still make those? Those used to be trendy pens back in the 70s and 80s that people would either get on vacation or just like as joke gifts. Alex, I had a ballpoint pen with a naked girl climbing up and down. Yup. I had one, it was a dude, and then when you flipped it one way, he had his like bathing suit or whatever it was, and then when you flipped it the other way, he didn't have it on. Totally remember those pens. Angelfish says, need stickers? Of course, always.
Yes!
For us, Angelfish,
I have a sticker collection.
back when they,
Can I show it?
of course, when they had like super weird ass lockdown things going on, we weren't allowed to buy stickers because they weren't an essential service. So we weren't allowed. You remember those pens? Yeah. They were a big deal back in the day. There was also the ones where that would come from Switzerland or certain places where there would be a mountain background, and the gondola, the thing going up and down the mountain. Is that what it's called, a gondola? When it's like the little thing that's in the air, but so you would flip it. SMS, I draw every day, dude. I'm in like the weirdest lull that intense. Since like last year at this time, there's not like there's not been, because I'm going on 2 weeks now of just a little bit. That being said though, just that's where I'm at, but it feels weird. But like I said, it's like I'm missing like that want to do something, because like when I woke up 2 or 3 days ago and I was like, I was thinking about Trace B when I woke up, and it was just like boom, just go, right? But okay, I'm going to let Lily show the sticker collection. I'm just going to move out of the way a little bit because here it comes.
Ow. Screws up in there. Okay, so this is the bots. I made a sticker that says sticker bots. We have this. And we also have stencils in here. Just these 3 stencils. Yeah, that's not really a sticker. It's a belong in here, but I have nowhere else to put it. Then we have letters. And then these. And then we have a sticker book with unicorns, pigs flying, narwhals, and other stuff. And then we have fruits and vegetables. And actually just fruits. Actually, is a lemon a fruit? And then we have these shapes. More shapes. Circles. Blue circles. More sea creatures. Okay. And then we have singular ones, single big ones that my brother gave me. Stepbrother. Oh, this one's just a backing. We have headphones.
Give it a second as you put it up if you want it to be seen, because the screen's really small.
Headphones. And then we have monkeys in a city. I don't know.
Is that from a video game?
I think so. Then we have a hornet.
I think this is from Donkey Kong. I don't know. If it's not, it looks like it to me.
We have a hornet. And then we have this dude. It's a wolf with a hoodie on it. Simpsons character. This guy. Mario. These are all the ones I yet to use. I had a lot, but I already used them all.
She put them on her 4-wheeler.
Yeah, and on my binder. And then we have this guy from, I don't know. Then we have a Mickey Disney Mickey thing. But those are really old. I got those when I was like 5, maybe 6. And then we have Winnie the Pooh, but still really old. And then we have one sheet from a sticker book because I used the rest. It's like rainbow stuff.
I remember that one.
That's it.
Thank you. Oh, I like this one.
Yeah. I'm trying. Actually, this one's cut because I gave Mom a few.
Yes, so the barter tool around here
Is stickers.
When she wants me to do something, or if I do something special, because sometimes I get a gold star, but she doesn't have a star, so she gives me something else.
I need to get gold stars.
Yeah. We
Next
need
time.
some gold stars. So when I clean my room, I will get some gold stars. Sometimes
Maybe not.
when I do special things, or just if
Just
she needs to
taking
cheer
to
me up, she
Dollarama
gives me
or
stickers.
something. Just going to Dollarama or something.
I know. I'm going to be 50 in January, and I can still be bought with stickers.
Yeah.
Old school, baby. Yeah, you want to impress me? Fucking send me some
Stickers.
stickers, baby. Ow, that hurts.
Then why'd you do it?
I don't know. I thought it would be cool, but it didn't feel good.
Ow, that does hurt.
SMS. I always drew with an ink pen till a couple years ago. I never used a pencil or erased. That totally makes sense to me. I get it. Yeah. Please don't do that, Lily, okay? That's not... It's just too much. It's... you know what I mean? SMS, yeah. I put all my live streams on private, but I've been drawing people's names when I'm streaming. That's cool. I've been asked to do that, like just sit and stream as I do stuff, but I'm never really, I don't know. It's just, I sit in a ball when I draw, right? So this is
Especially
typically,
in the winter. with the
especially in the
blankets.
winter. So typically I'm like sitting like this and just like, or like this. You know what I mean? Like I've never really drawn with just on a table. I'm
Yeah, like
always
on a
like
desk.
kind of in a ball.
Me either. I never really do that. Only sometimes.
Yeah, you use your desk more than not.
Not to draw.
Okay. I'm not trying to contradict you,
I know,
Lily.
I'm
Like,
just saying.
gosh. Yeah, so. Yeah, I draw different where, like, I draw in a ball. So, like, the angle of the camera and all that was just like, right? Yeah, angelfish I draw every day too. SMS, I only draw on paper. I don't smoke out of it. That's funny. Yeah, angelfish stickers that smell good, scratch and stiff. Fuzzy stickers, yeah, fuzzy stickers were the shits.
Oh yeah.
And the ones with the
I've had
bumps
one.
and stuff. She had a lot of those, but she's used them in places.
Yeah, I've used them in places you do not want to know. I remember I put stickers on my Barbie.
Thanks for writing that out, SMS. I tend to not use my pen for my alchemy and magic often. I forget. I don't write enough things down. Show me Sasquatch. I write down everything I study and research. Writing it on paper makes it so. Exactly. Writing it down changes it. One of my favorite things I saw this morning was something about like making paper planes and like throwing them in the air and giving no fucks. Shit, I forget how it was said, but it was funny at the time. SMS. I have hundreds of notebooks full of knowledge. Dude, I'm of the school, not of the school, but I was really young when I read James Douglas Morrison, just facts and certain things about his life. And one of the things that he said openly in interviews is that when he was entering university, he burned everything he had ever written because he didn't want to be like looking at the stuff he wrote and he just to get new whatever. So I've burned my stuff since I was a kid. Even in 2019, up until 2019, these stacks of notebooks that I have right now, that I've pumped out in the last year, that I've kept, is the most I've ever kept anything. I usually burn and purge everything. So, and one of the reasons where you say I have hundreds of notebooks full of knowledge, the knowledge was driving me crazy, right? So me, I'm a seer. I see past, present, future. Plus I see all the alternate timelines. So since just that's the way that I am. And so writing things down about the future, especially when I attach to it, and that's who or what I would want in my life, because I've had the vision of it, would drive me, it hurt more to keep it than to get rid of it. So that's just the way that I was. I've talked about it before, but one of the weirdest things I remember in 2008, beginning of 2009, I had like super duper like just downloads and visions and stuff, and I was writing things down such as like desolation. I was writing the word desolation over and over, the sound of desolation, the sound of silence, and all these words. And I remember I got so scared and I was like freaking out because desolation, that's a big fucking word, right? But boom, it was because 6 months later I was in a place called Desolation Sound, BC. So when you write a word that comes from a vision or a dream or a knowing, but that word is, has a connotation to it that you don't know the beauty behind the word. Because if you Google Desolation Sound, BC right now, just look up the images really quick. It's like, whoa, right? This is paradise. It's fucking beautiful. You know what I mean? It's sea to sky. Right? We're talking the Pacific, the mountains, sea to sky, Desolation Sound. That's what it is. But I didn't know that at the time. And so the word was flipping me out of, I saw like bad instead of good because that word had the implication of something different than what it actually was. Aw, Alex, in my day, the bathroom and kitchen were full of stickers. 30 acre. Wouldn't it be good to be a kid again? I believe that we all have the choice to have that childlike mind. Mountain Rain, I see you down there. Thanks for popping in. Just heading out. Sending my love to all. Thank you, sweetie. Love you. Thanks for the pop in. Just damn love you. Have a beautiful day. Aw, Angelfish. My dad leaves stickers everywhere from my mom. It's cute, but then they're on the floor, on the walls, on the fridge. 2 sappy stickers to go on pages. I know, ASMS. Yup. The older we get, the smarter we get to our kids, because then everything we told them starts coming true. Yeah. They start to realize we weren't saying that shit because we were, it was, the shit is real, right? Yeah, me too, 30 acre. I used to love those. When I was growing up, we had the smelly stickers, scratch and sniff. My favorite is grape. Grape. The grape smell. Aw, really, SMS? When I would fall asleep on the couch, my kids would paint my toenails pink. Infinite. Wow, you look so young, Genevieve. No, well, yeah, maybe, but I'm 50. I like saying I'm 50 now because, I round up. So I've always said that if I have not surfed by my 50th birthday, that's when it's going to have to happen within that year. So I haven't surfed yet, so 50's coming, so it means surfing time is coming. I've implanted it in my things so much that it will happen. Hi, Annie D. Just catching up. You came in at 12:44, writing that down. I have so many stickers. My dinosaur stickers were like fortune telling things. That's so cool. Emoji King, that's a super sync. I like seeing the stickers people post in Boston on light poles. Here at Tim Hortons in certain spots, people put certain stickers as well. And Lily yesterday, wasn't it?
There was 2 more.
There was 2 new stickers she noticed yesterday. She's got a good eye for noticing the stickers and things that, I'm driving or doing something and she notices it. She's good at that. One of the things that we realized too is that we were driving one time a couple months ago or within the last month or so, and I had my daughter and her friend in the car, and Amy, my daughter, who's 21, we were stopped at a light, and she looked at the pole and she's like, oh my gosh, there's so many tacks and so many staples in the pole because of people who put advertisements for whatever, concerts or private things or garage sales, yard sales, and and I looked at it. Lost cats, lost dogs. And I looked at her, I was like, whoa, that's something that's been different for the last year that you just made me realize. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, it's rare that there's, somebody put up something, because for so long we weren't, allowed to have certain things, garage sales, gatherings, and all of that, that it's been almost a full year of not having many things out and about, weird little thing to notice, but yeah. SMS, have a great week. Love y'all so much. Love you too, dude. Thanks for being here. 30 Acre, good times. I'll stop back later. Okay, much love, dude. Thanks for being here. Right on, Michelle. Listening as I get Josh ready. That thing I sent you yesterday, when I saw it, tears came up in my eyes. I pressed automatically to send it to you. I shared it on Instagram, and inside the comment I wrote, this is what kids are supposed to see as they grow up. This is the kind of thing kids are supposed to see as they grow up. This is the memory that kids should have, whether it be that specific, you know what I mean, or something else, but that caring, the nurturing, the taking care. Right, Michelle? I love it. Hey, Josh. Josh is like, I just want to get to work and stop hearing that girl. She's so annoying. He loves you, Josh. You're stuck with me. Right? Me loves your wife. Me's our bestest friend. Annie D, sometimes the sticker artist goes rogue. Hey, I designed a sticker and it was drawing of a rose for the gift shop of a plant nursery I worked at. It was a gold sticker. I have one somewhere. Anyway, love stickers very much. And rubber stamps. Me too, Annie D. I totally get what you're saying about the rubber stamps. Yes. It's something that I've not done it yet because there's not really the reason, but my thing is Rewild the Child. That's my email. It's also my thing, right? And I've always wanted to get the rubber stamps made, because there's places still that do that here, and online you can get them ordered, but I just never done it. And Lily makes stickers, handmade stickers sometimes. She uses tape and she makes stickers. I know, Alex. Thanks for noticing, honey. Alex says, Genevieve, so many new faces have appeared on your channel lately, yet the subscriber count doesn't really grow. Very interesting. Indeed, Alex, it is very interesting. And it is either because for the people that come in, other people are sick of my shit and they've deleted me. Never know, right? Or it's because there's something fishy in Denmark. Because for how many subs come in per week, whether they do talk or not, I still see, right? And I usually there's an interaction somehow. I still see, and my sub count does not grow. And this week especially, the subs that have come in and that have been vocal writing in the comment are coming directly from Matrix Man and 1111 Code, right? So a lot of people like Infinite Plane, I had seen before, I had thought I was subbed, but I wasn't, or I was before and I got unsubbed somehow. So Infinite Plane is not like completely new to my reality. I'd seen them in the chats, but always assumed, right, that I was subbed, then realized the other night, because the cool thing about like the streams is, you know, people, Matrix Man and 1111, it's one of the reasons I started like giving the wrenches is so people could either share themselves with that ability or share others really fast, right? But it is interesting, Alex, for how many appear, it never really grows. And it is what it is, right? Like, I mean, what can I do?
What can you do when you live in a zoo?
Thank you, Infinite Plane. Oh, really, Emoji King? I enjoy carving soapstone. Cool beans. I'd love to see that stuff. Infinite Planes, excuse me. Infinite Plane says, Emoji King, I'd like to see those carvings. Yeah, me too. Really, Emoji King? I lost 300 carvings in a house fire. Wow. That's a lot, sweetie. Emoji King, I've carved a lot of hash and weed pipes out of soapstone. We used to trade back and forth. Right on. Yes, Emoji King, manifesting love and surfing. Yeah, baby, for sure. This is it. It's the year. Allow it, Michelle. Me loves you. Michelle says, I'm having a hard time typing. I can't see. The girl who never cries is having a breakdown. I'll be fine. Just life sucks. That's okay, baby girl. Let it out. Allow the breakdown. You gotta break down and get back up on. So proud of you, sweetie. Thanks for sharing. Love you, Michelle. Emoji King, my mom used to give us paper and pencil, make cartoons. My brother went to art college. James M. Murphy. He's famous? Oh, right on. I mean, we'll check that out if I remember. Thank you. No, Michelle, don't be sorry, and you're not low vibe. No, you're not low vibe to fucking be crying. You're definitely not low vibe to be sharing, and don't be sorry. I'd rather you say it that that's truthfully what you're doing right now than pretend that that's not how you're feeling. It's not low vibe. It's beautiful. It's real. The reality of the reality is fucking real. It's okay. But I'm really struggling. I'm glad you're sharing, sweetie. Maybe lick your little tears like and drive you nutballs if I was close to you. Just suck up all those fucking tears and like just suck your snot up.
She's not lying.
I'm not lying. I wouldn't have to do that for anybody. But first I let you cry. No, I wouldn't just stop it by doing silly things. But first you gotta get it all out. And then when I can feel that you're ready to almost breathe is when I would come in being like a little bit of a licker. A little bit of a licker, to be honest. And to be honest, Lily Rose doesn't let me lick her when she cries. So, you know, I don't get to do this because she does not consent to me being a licker of her tears.
Yep.
And she really says no when I say, I'll just suck all the snot out of you. She says no.
I'll hide my nose.
Oh, fuck, Michelle. I'm sick. I have my girl flu. My toilet just massively overflowed from toilet paper running. Water's running in the basement. The first 5 minutes of being awake. Was Josh still there? Is Josh still there, able to help you take care of that? Yeah, it's weird you say that, Michelle, honey, because I've been having toilet issues for the last week and a half where I flush the toilet and then all of a sudden it's just, it's not overflowing, which is good because it goes straight downstairs to Amy's apartment. And, but it's just doing that thing, like I need to go Jimmy and do stuff to get it to stop, like, psh, 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 pumping out like sound and water. Oh, you're having dinner right now, Alex? That's why you're writing back late? That's okay. What you having, Alex? Thank you, Infinite Plane. Sweetness is not always an asset in this world, but we are how we are, right? Exactly, Emoji King. Thank you for writing that out. It's important. It's not just me telling her it's okay. Emoji King. We love you, Michelle. You are high vibe. Let it out. Bravery. Hey, Bravery. Thank you. Says Bravery says, I love you, Michelle. Everybody's hugging you, sweetie. You're allowed. Take the hugging and the loving. We love you. He was still there, but he was almost late for work. Yeah. Hey, that way. Sending love. Unconditional to all. Thank you, sweetie. Huh. Same happened here, Michelle. New toilet. Emoji Queen put it in. Really? Pork meat side ribs? Right on, Alex. Yeah, Michelle. I usually don't have moon pains at all, and last month was not as intense as what you're saying, but close. Close enough to, you know, make me cry. Hear the geese, guys?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see them. They just flew right over the house.
The geese just flew right over the house when I was reading that, Michelle.
They're still doing it. No, they're... See them?
That just made me remember when I was awake and just about to fall back to sleep around 5:30ish a.m. Loons flew over the house. That sound of the loons, which is rare. I'm not off the beach and loons don't always make a sound, so that was rare. Michelle, I was in such pain Saturday night when I went into the Milky Way Soul Tribe chat room. I mentioned I felt like I was in labor. Yeah, and that's the reason. Remember last week, and you know, I was saying my boobs, right? The boobage is big. It's not to point out the boobs, guys. It's because a lot of us feminine, we really are like transmuting so much energy. It's through our whole body. And the reason I spoke openly about it is like, who else is feeling certain things? So it was kind of a precursor warning, right, Michelle, of like, me got the boobs intense, and then 3 to 5 days later, whatever, 6 days later, now you're in your moon time, and really it's as hardcore as labor, right? And so us speaking about these things is also going to help anybody else who, you know, randomly this week or whatever time in the next couple days is going to like feel these things, to know, like, you know, because it's terrifying, right, Michelle, when we're transmuting these energies. And then like when you actually, we don't use words lightly to say that we feel like we're in labor, right? When we say that, it's because that's intense as fucking fuck balls, right? And so the warning for the other feminine. That being said, masculine have, you know, the upgrades of the DNA and the energies for them, so they have the intensities in their bodies as well that mirror ours, even if it's not the same, right? So that thing of talking about it to be the kind of, first of all, someone who doesn't experience pain ever, instead of being like afraid of the pain and wanting to go ask someone at the hospital, like, look at me, why am I feeling this pain, to really like, okay, I feel this as well, and I can tough it through. I don't need to go ask anybody else. There's enough confirmations of feminine throughout the tribe vibe confirming that we are going through this, right? Thank you, Infinite Plane. If you can read this, know that you are loved. Emoji King. My pipes burst in my cellar and it was full of shit a couple years ago. Good, Al. Why did I say Alex? Al. Al says, hey everyone, I'm at home with Mama Love. Right on. How's it going? Michelle said, as soon as in the Milky Way Soul Charm, as soon as I typed it and Steve asked why, and I told him, and the pain instantly went away. I swear, my friends, Witch Moon included, helped me heal me spontaneously. The pain went away. After being in a big time discomfort all day, like I contemplated going to the hospital because I never got moon pains. Boom, you just said what I was saying out loud a minute ago. We get these pains, they're so fucking intense that we actually are wondering, should we go get help? But when we share, when we reach out, when we don't like pretend like it's not happening, we are all healers. It might not spontaneously go completely away, but when we show up in these, like my stream, for example, we've got enough examples in the last year, right? Go back in the stuff. Like, I don't like document my stuff, but when we reach out, we share for each other. We do help each other by just the fact that we care, Michelle, is already, helps to alleviate a little bit of the pain. Yeah, Emoji King, I figured the boob thing was from downloads. Yeah, there's a lot of just the energies like coming through for the feminine, and yeah. And that being said, I feel blessed, right? Because although I have like the, big time swelling, there's no pain per se. They're delicate. I wouldn't be going like and whipping them around everywhere. Delicate, but no pain. No pain. Yeah, Emoji King. Thanks for writing it. DNA downloads have ripped me to shreds. Same. They have like rewired me as above, so below. Infinite was saying earlier, was it 30 Acre, you don't look 50, you look younger. Well, yeah, I do, because I've been going through DNA upgrades for the last 15 years, specifically the last 5 years, in ways that I've woken up in the morning, and I know I'm me when I look in the mirror, but I know I don't look the same. There are times when I touch my own shoulder blades, and my bone structure, everything is different, right? My flexibility, how I can bend, what I can do at my age, I couldn't even do as a child. And that's no joke. I was a little girl and I couldn't do the things that I can do now with my body. So the DNA upgrades, they're real. They do bring forth like mega transformation inside, as above, so below. I would be curious if I even cared if I had an actual blood test. My blood, I don't believe, is the same as it used to be. And that's just my theory for myself. I don't need to prove it to me or to anybody. And I don't believe my blood type is the same anymore either. I know, like I'm like, look at me, like I'm not showing my body as like, look at me, I'm a feminine, but like the tininess of me, the structure, the way my bones are right here is different. My heart is completely like centered right here, right? Like for real. And that makes it that this part of me is different inside of me. But the flexibility, everything, it's completely different than how I used to be. I wasn't like this in my 20s. This is not, you know what I mean? People look at me and they think like, oh, she's so small. And it's like, yeah, I am right now, but I've been every size in my life. If you would see pictures of me in my 20s, if I actually had a lot, then you could see I looked older in my fucking 20s than I do today right now, with even my natural gray and white hair. Because in my 20s, I was like, just like fucking foobar of being in my 20s. So that's why I embrace the number 50, and I'm looking forward to 60, 70, and 80 instead of, like, I'm rewiring. I've been practicing and been training myself to rewire myself of what age means for me, how I will accept it, so much that, I've been saying for months now that I'm 50. I'm not waiting until that day. It's like I'm rounding up because I'm happy to be that age. Can't wait to be able to say that I am without Lily Rose in the background saying, no, you're 49, Mom. Right? Embracing it. And that mentality makes it that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't cover up, or I don't feel like, even those days when I feel like a crone and there's very big lines, and I'm happy about them, like, I'm happy about them. That's how I see them. I'm happy, right? Bravery, I love you all. I get to take Milo for a walk and do my drive to see the kiddos. Good, thank you, Bravery. Love you, Michelle. You will be in my thoughts. All bathrooms need plungers for emergency plunging. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Michelle. No, say it openly. It's okay. It was surreal. At the same time as this pain spontaneously disappeared, I felt a huge gush. You get it? I don't want to be too graphic, but no, I get it. And that happens to me as well. Scotty and Steve texted me that I healed myself. Yeah. And for myself, I won't go too graphic, but I will say openly, when I have my menses and I'm doing live streams, and depending on certain things that, come through, like when I do a live stream for hours at a time, there's a lot of energy passing through. It's more than just who's chatting, and there's energy all the time. If you look around me, you will see orbs, you will see the things that come around, right? Especially those live streams when I'm going like this, like there's a lot of activity around me, right? That just, you either see it or you don't, you feel it or you don't. But when I have my moon time and I'm streaming, sometimes it's like when I say certain things, pull a certain card, I will have like that whoosh. Totally get it. I totally get it. The Trinity, that makes a lot of sense, Michelle. But I feel like the three of them, Angie, SSS, and Scotty, healed me. How does it work, Michelle? Intention is everything. The love that we have for each other is it's beyond words, right? It's beyond words. And even if we had the words, does it matter? It works. It works. It works. And I said that 3 times because the Trinity, right? And it's about accepting and wanting. There's some of us that have sent healing to people, like, and they don't want it. They don't want it. So you can't heal somebody who doesn't want it. But the intent to, like, it works. And the more of us that we are actually, especially the Trinity, 3 people with the same intent, it's amplified. It's so fast. It really is. That's why I say, like, it's not low vibe to say when you're scared, when you're angry, and when you're living certain things, when you're sad, or all those emotions. It's not low vibe to share them together with us or individually with the people that you trust, because we help each other transmute it, and we can actually, like, even today, when I went and got a coffee, like, right? The reason I keep my coffee time going is because of the things that usually happen, whether it's just one eye contact or like today, one of my ladies kind of looked at me and I said, how's it going? How's your weekend going? And and then she was telling me of how much pain she has. And she's a body shape like Angie. She's larger. And she's like an open, you know what I mean? She speaks openly. And she looked at me and she's like, I'm like a pregnant woman all the time, because I never give birth. I'm always large. And I fell and I hurt my hip years ago. And so, like, I'm having a lot of hip issues right now. And I said, if you so choose to accept it, I'm going to think about you. And, if you feel colors, that's going to be me. And I even asked her, because her chiropractor was not available to her, and I said, have you tried Reiki and acupuncture? And she said yes. It didn't work. And I said, well, if you consent and you accept, if you feel colors coming, that's going to be me, and just allow it to come through. Like, believe in it if you choose to, and I can help you. You know, it doesn't mean I can take away somebody's complete pain, but I can help alleviate if they believe. I've lived enough stuff in my lifetime. Specifically, one time I was with my best friend Jen in 2009. She was getting a tattoo. And she's like tough as balls, got tattoos everywhere. And like she says, it doesn't hurt me. That's why I have them everywhere. I'm not afraid of the needle, and I don't have pain. She's like, just certain spots in my body, it can hurt because of the intensity at times. So I was with her, and her tattoo took about 3 hours. It was huge. And at one point, about an hour and a half in, she looked at me. Her breathing had changed. Her color had changed. And she's like, I'm in pain. And I was like, okay, baby. And it was on her leg. So I put my hand here, and I was like just rubbing her here. And she had her eyes closed. I could see the color coming back into her face. And she looked at me, and her eyes were, you know, like coming back to themselves. The pain was leaving, and she was saying, I can see the color coming from you into me of the healing, and like the pain is like almost gone. And I was like, I can tell, like, you know what I mean, whether I see the color or not, I can see by your face that had started turning like really that pale white type of like clammy looking feeling, that it was, you know, the exchange of energy was there. It was real. Michelle, thanks for lifting me up. 11 in chat. Love you, sweetie. G, I'm not sure who G is. Hey, G, welcome. G, the Bee Gees Staying Alive works best for unclogging toilets. Yeah. Michelle, having a 6-year-old in diapers who licks everything, is nonverbal, doesn't know his name or what Halloween and Christmas is, and needs 3-hour surgery on December 22nd. Is wearing me down. Yeah, I'm like really iffy about why December 22nd. Like, why not like fucking like, you know, January 7th, my birthday, after Christmas? Maybe that's it. It's because he's not aware that Christmas is real, so it's not a big deal, but it's still hard on you and your family, honey. And that's the thing, is that 6 years old is not your body. You're very small, Michelle, and no matter how strong you are, and that you've weight trained all his life by lifting him from baby to 6, like, holy shit, it's really hard, honey. I can't even imagine, right? I like the movement, right? If he's not laying, and if he's not ready to be changed, and Alex says, when it was your wedding, you were much fatter, Genevieve, or you showed me those pics in a video you sent to me? I don't remember what pics I sent you, Alex, but I was much larger. I've been much larger before, for real, yes. Yeah. At my wedding, I can't remember if I would have sent you that, like, because I only have a certain amount of pictures of myself. And that would have been at like 2 years ago that I sent you that, but yeah. Al says, no one deserves an overflowing toilet. We all have enough bullshit in life. Yeah. Exactly. At the moment, the plunger was in the basement, Michelle. I get it. Thank you, Infinite Plane. I feel positive energy here. Thank you. I think that positive energy doesn't, you know, it's not, you know, all rainbows and unicorns. Talking about the real stuff is definitely positive. Avoiding the true, how things feel, how things are, is, I see it as negative energy, because we're not allowing for the things. If we love each other unconditionally and we allow ourselves to be ourselves, then we're not judging if somebody's feeling a certain way, and we love them unconditionally, so we're there to actually help. How can we help? I can't be there in Michelle's reality. We are blocked by fucking borders. You know what I mean? Can't become a part of her reality right now. But I can be here on this and in our, you know, our Skype talks as much as possible so that she can feel that connection, right? So, Michelle, I mention it because I experienced a miracle and I want everybody to know. Yeah, and it's important to share because it allows for other people to, instead of backing away if they feel pain, coming forth to talk, you know. And that being said, you know, all my stuff's all in my about section. I'm not hidden, eh? You don't need to wait till I come live stream if you feel like you need to reach out to me. You are allowed to individually reach out to me and I will answer, for real. So my Skype is in my about section. My email is there. My Instagram is there. I'm visible everywhere. It's your guys' choice to become a part more than just during the streams or not, right? It's a blessing to have each other on Instagram, be able to see certain things or be able to text fast or Skype. I have WhatsApp that's available as well. And you know what I mean? Like I have so many things that I have open that I still am active, and my Discord is there. I just never go to check it because nobody really contacts me through Discord anymore. Same with my Google Hangouts. It's there too, just nobody ever chooses to use that anymore. I only have it on the one device, but you know, I do check it randomly. Everything's there if you want to get a hold of me. Because somebody's saying, like, I don't want to tell everybody, like, what I'm feeling is pain. Well, if you feel like talking to me about it, like, reach out. I'm here. Right? Hey, Juice from the Sky. Greetings, Earthlings. Greetings, Tommy. How's it going? Loves you. How's it feeling today? If knowing within seconds that the toilet doesn't like you, immediately shut the toilet valve. Homeowners should actually practice this once a week. My record is 5 seconds. You're right, Al. You know what I mean? Like, I know about valves. I've worked with toilets as a helper all my life with people, but do you know where your toilet valve is? And do you know how long it actually takes you to turn it off? Our kids knowing. Thank you for writing that out, Al, because I'm going to show Lily later where the fucking valve is in case she's alone in the bathroom. She's a quick one. She can turn it off before she can come get me if I'm outside, if it ever happens. I thank you for writing that out, Al, because I'm having toilet issues right now where it's just doing funky things. So you writing that out, me actually making sure I know where it is, because I think I do, right? But showing Lily Rose, practicing it each once. Shit, now this place is so old. I'm actually scared to practice because if I turn it off, what if I fucking break it? But no joke. I swear. Emoji King. Who's Tom? Tommy is Juice from the Sky. That's Tom's name. Juice from the Sky has always had his name available through his channel, but last, I don't know, was it 5-6 months ago, he put it at Juice from the Sky. So Juice from the Sky is Tom.
Rain.
And I'm allowed to call him Tommy. I've asked him. I know, sweetie. Juice says, Alex, I'll play guitar when I can, when my hand is better. This ascension is getting a little easier. Looking forward to it. Cool. Last night, I actually had some wrist, Tom. It had been a couple weeks. And I debated, I was like, should I go get the brace before I wake up and I can't move? And everything was like, no, you're fine. And it was like, okay, I trust you, higher self. I didn't go put it on. And I'm okay this morning, but I wouldn't fuck around today and just go do anything. Thank you, Infinite Plane. It's nice seeing all the nice things written down in between. Thank you for imprinting me with positive words. I appreciate it. Yeah, Juice is Tom. Emoji King. If you want to heal fast, eat fruit exclusively. Yeah. I was thinking about that last night as I was like, we're at the edge of not being able to go get certain things for another couple days, and it's like, yeah, I made supper last night with things that are the things that are there just in case, and Lily Rose's stomach hurt after, and I was like, fuck, I'm sorry, baby, I don't have any fruit or vegetables right now. You know what I mean? Like this, we'll try to figure out for tonight, to not make I don't know, right? Michelle, he's going to bed at 12:30 and waking up at 5 a.m. He's up before I've even gone to bed. Yeah. I don't know how to get you reinforcements, baby girl. I've wished it so much that I understand that it can't be me and Lily Rose coming into your reality, but I just don't understand how another angel just doesn't, loves you. Yeah, Emoji King. Emotions well up for me, inside of me for you, Michelle and Nate. Me too. Emoji King, what would Dr. Morse do? I wonder for sure. Does Dr. Morse speak about autism and certain things like that? I know, Michelle. I'm so grateful we met each other years ago, but I didn't find your channel till February. Obviously, Creator knew the right time to bring us together. Michelle says, I wish I was a homeowner. Same. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the biggest things flipping me out these days. Like, just that fucking being in the city. It's not my place. I don't feel like home. And there's just fucking chaos everywhere, right? It's fucked. Juice, having a strange day. How are you? It's only 13:28 Eastern time, and I've been streaming for 2 hours. So my day so far has been cleaning up a bit beforehand. So far it's so good. Very windy for us here today, Tom. Gusts of wind. It's actually very hot. I didn't realize it was so hot out because we don't have the sun in the front till a certain time. So I wore pants earlier to go out to grab a coffee, and I was hot. So The sun is very hot. As soon as it comes around a bit, I'm actually going to have to shut the blinds and the door to make sure that, because we don't have any like air and circulation
we have
here.
2 windows that open. That's it.
Yeah.
And 1 fan. Ceiling fan.
One biggest fan. So yeah. So I will have to shut that. Michelle, I pulled on the plunger thingy in the tank to stop it after the entire bathroom was flooded with blood water. Too much information, but it's my raw truth. Yeah, thanks for the visual, Michelle. That doesn't make me squeamy at all, and if it makes anybody squeamy, then oh well, right? It's a fact. But yeah, exactly. Yep. It's like that scene. It's like a fucking scene from the movie Carrie or something, right? Are you hungry, honey? Do you want me to fix you the eggs now that?
Not really.
Okay. Michelle, hence the tears. I just feel like I can't continue. No, Emoji King, we can't sub to channels here from hitting the icon. That's why everybody's blue, so that anybody who wants to share their channel or share each other can.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I didn't. Sorry.
Al, pour sour milk into the toilet once a week. The enzymes in the milk will help eliminate the waste in the septic system and unclog main pipe within the entire plumbing system. Okay, I'm gonna go make some food for the kid. You guys can either stay and wait till I come back, chit chat amongst yourselves, and then I'll catch up with the chat. your desk so you can eat properly at your desk? Is you careful? What? It's okay. It's just. Well, it's just instead of sitting there and getting it on your clothes or something, it just.
When you get in your room and put sound on and you realize your headphones are still connected to your iPad.
Honey? Not sure if you want like barbecue sauce or like peanut butter or something or jam for your stuff, but.
Still boiling.
You still here, Michelle? Yeah, Emoji King says, Michelle, sometimes you just have to yell fuck it at the top of your lungs. Yeah. That's the thing, eh? We don't all have the, not the ability to do that. I'm not in a place where other people might feel great about screaming about what they need, but they've traumatized me and Lily Rose so much that I'm not going to yell out here. You know what I mean? I don't have time alone either to go and scream by myself in my car. So. Yeah, Michelle. 30 Acre had said it's about the food. I think it's more, it's so many things, but it is what it is. Thirty Acre had said it's about the food. I think it's more about the vaccines that we had as children, our parents had. That fucking vaccine that our moms and dads had that made a big fucking chunk in their arm, right? You remember that vaccine? Right? That has a chunk of fucking our parents' arms like taken away. They took that vaccine away the year just before I was born. So that's why I don't have that on my body. But anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to start talking about that kind of stuff. It's too heavy right now, especially the polio vaccine. Exactly. It's all the fucking vaccines and definitely the food. You're right about that, 30 Acre, but you know what I mean? You're right about the food, but anyways, I'm not going to get on to the topic of food, especially right now. I'm right now, 30 Acre, like right now for the next certain amount of time. I can only eat the packaged food that I have bought like as stock just in case. So, you know what I mean? I can only feed us a certain amount of stuff. So, blaming parents that we're giving our kids autism or fucking problems because of the food that we can afford to feed them, not a good day to start talking about that, buddy. I'm not saying that in a mean way, but what I'm saying is we do what we can. And the food prices have gone up so fucking much that, you know what I mean? A regular thing of eggs at the store is $2 something. And Farm Fresh, if you can go for it, is they only charge $4 to $5, but you have to be able to find it because not everybody's allowed to sell Farm Fresh around here. And then when you want to buy organic eggs in store, they're from like $6 to $8 to $10. So, you know, what we feed our kids, what we can afford to feed our fucking kids, that's a big ass fucking debate of what we can do, right? I didn't feed Lily Rose McDonald's till she was 4 years old, and one of the reasons that I assimilated her into giving her and going once in a while is, guess what? We live in a society where all that stuff's right there, and if you're the only parent in a community that doesn't give your kids or do certain things, your kid becomes a fucking target, right? So you kind of gotta like give and take. It doesn't matter how many like minds I've found in 2 years, I still haven't able to like find a like mind enough to be able to live with anybody who has the same like mind as me, right? So Michelle's living a situation where she has a husband, he works, and she's at home with her autistic child day in and day out. I'm in a situation where I ain't got no fucking husband and none of that shit, and I'm at home all the time with my daughter, right? So what comes like just what our reality is and what we're able to do because we are, you know, it's just, it is what it is, right? I'm just gonna leave it at that. Catching up. Emoji King, we should all stick our heads out of the fucking window and yell fuck everything in support of Michelle, Josh, and Nate. I got it in my heart space, but like I can't do it orally. Exactly. Alex says, Michelle, my dear, did you know that 100 years ago there was hardly any of these diseases or barely one? Exactly. And you know what? I said this to somebody a couple weeks ago. I was like, it's vaccines that make it that our kids and our, you know, many adults have so many fucking problems. And that person looked at me and said, but we live longer because of the vaccines. And I was like, so what? So what if we have children that live all their life being sick and adults that take pills from the time they're fucking 20, 30, and 40 years old for the rest of their fucking life? What's the point of supposedly living longer? Right? If we're living 30 years longer, but that 30 years we're part of the system to need pills to live, what's the fucking point? Right? And that's not even proven. That's just what people say, right? about like why vaccines have been important for us? Yeah, that local honey for sure. The milk either. He doesn't drink milk or juice, just bottled water. Love you, Michelle. Says, thanks, guys. You really don't know how much your support means to me, especially today. Hi, Karen. Been thinking about you, sweetie. I saw you posted a lot of videos. They're in my feed. I just haven't taken the time to watch any. But every title that I see go by, I just am kind of sending you the energy. Not a big video watcher, especially in the summer, right? In the winter, you'll find me like looking into more vids all the time. But especially in the summer. So sometimes I just scroll through the feed and I just kind of give the energy exchange. But I if you know what I mean, I don't take the time. But I love you. I've been thinking about you. You feel it, Karen? Good. I hope you feel me thinking about you. It's in the bestest way, baby girl. Yeah. Yeah, Michelle is specifying that my first name is Michelle as well, right? Michele, spelled with one L. My full name is Michelle Genevieve Marie. I didn't just put Genevieve, you know, as my channel name for fun. It's my middle name, and I go by my middle and first name. So when I introduce myself to somebody new in my reality, depending on how I feel, I'll say Michelle Genevieve and sometimes Michelle Genevieve Marie. And I like the way that people pick and choose which they feel is 13:44 Eastern Time. Whichever they feel is the most suitable, what they need to call me. So a lot of people choose to go old, just call me Michelle. A lot of people call me Genevieve fully. A lot of Jeans, a lot of Jeannie. My phone is ringing and it says Milton, Florida. I can't answer American calls. But I have given my number out to Americans before saying if the shit hits the fan and you need to get a hold of me this way, go ahead. But I have no idea who that could have been. I don't answer those calls. Michelle says, I have a friend that calls me Elle. That's beautiful. My newest nickname, I have like 20. Same, ever since I started calling myself, like allowing for the Michelle Genevieve to come through, that's the Genevieve has brought me many nicknames. And I love it because it gives me a feeling of how people, like how they speak, what they're comfortable as saying, right? So I'm not gonna say which are my favorite, but the way that somebody says and certain things. Your sister's name is Michelle SMS. I remember you talked about that. And her middle name is Marie. Right on, dude. I remember if I remember correctly that you said, you know, you didn't get along like bread and butter with your sister, but I still love the syllables of her name and the fact that you have a sister named Michelle Marie. Karen, I'm not caught up with the comments, but I see your daughter is Lynn Marie. Wow, thanks for sharing that, Karen. My grandmother's name was Aline with an A in French, Aline. So Lynn Marie is a beautiful sync. My mom's name is Marie Claire. Marie Claire. Claire is clarity, light. Marie Claire. My daddy's name is Charles. Charlie, Chuck, whichever one. Charles. Yeah, 30 acre. I'm down with the fruit, most definitely. Same. And that's the thing is usually when I stream, Lily Rose is just preparing herself like fruits and vegetables, and that's what she eats all the time, right? Hey, 1111. Cody's in the building. Hey, beautiful peeps. How you doing today? How's your day gone so far, dude? Did you have a good sleep? Exactly, Alex. You hit it on that. Alex says, unfortunately, you can no longer get completely healthy food. And you know what's funny about that, Alex, is, you know, a farm that's like organic, Well, right next to it is non-organic, so what's going in as pesticides and chemicals is still getting, everywhere. So what's considered organic sometimes is just a high-end, costs more, because guess what? It still doesn't even taste like, I know the difference, right? It doesn't taste like it when we were kids. Is that good, baby girl?
Yeah.
Love you.
I'm gonna make this mixed one because one's raspberry, one's peach. See how it tastes.
Thank you. Karen says, Alex G, even the expensive stuff is a con. Yeah. Thanks for writing that out, Karen. It goes along with what I was saying. Like, I find, like, there are certain products that are available here in Canada where it's like, it's worth it to pay organic. It does taste different. It has a different consistency, a different texture. It's different. But a lot of the stuff, it's just marked up food that says organic. I think one of the hardest things right now is for people who are vegan and then they believe that they're vegan but eating all vegan packaged food. And then it's like, hello, you think you're eating better because you're eating vegan packages? No, not at all. Unless you're cooking from scratch, a vegan, and no food to be able to supplement what you need, then you're actually making yourself sicker by being a vegan and eating packaged food all the fucking time. Right? It's just, that's it. Roji King says 30-acre pictures of Nate's iris would be very helpful for an eye neurologist in a remedy. Nate's eyes are magical. Have you ever seen Nate's eyes, Emoji King, through images? His eyes are the beyond words. Michelle says, for some reason, I have ads in front of all my vids, Karen. I apologize. That's strange for sure. I've not noticed how many or if ever I have ads. Big hugs back, Dean. He loves you. Thanks for being with us. I was just saying earlier how we've had an influx of people commenting and coming through my channel in the last week, and it's because of you and Matrix Man. The last streams that I was in that you guys shared me that, like got me seen, and then the participation coming from Karen, 30 Acre and Infinite Plains specifically in the last few days, right? Coming in. It's amazing what we do for each other to share our channels. And Alex had commented, it's funny, there's an inflow of people, but there's not, my sub count is not really changing. You look like you need a big hug. I could do with some hugging, Karen, that's for sure.
I should have put the sugar then the ice. Not the ice then sugar.
Emoji King. I know a girl whose nickname is Nickname. Yeah, Michelle, that vaccine that left a huge pockmark. Yeah. Michelle, I could definitely use a hug. Me's hugging you as hard as I can from here, sweetie. SMS. Yeah, dude. Hugs are a necessity and most are lacking. Many. Yeah. Me's definitely. For real. Like yesterday, that video when I showed the ducks at the beach and how they were on us and how they stayed around us. And that was so magical and important. Like, we needed that. We are going out and about into society all the time, ready to just anything to have interactions, and we don't. It's even more, it's surreal how fucking isolated we are, and how, no contact, and how people, like, we're just not guided to places that we meet people or have interactions. So those ducks yesterday, they were so important. The cuddles, them like just being They were so brave. They just came right to us. And we weren't even feeding them at first when they came to us. They were just staying around. And then I realized, like, the nachos that I have are really good, like, quality nacho, and that what's in it is actually not going to be bad for the duck. And I asked Lily, like, I said, this is the only snack we have for at the beach is a little, like, thing of nachos. I said, do you want to share? And I thought at first we would only share a little bit, but it was so amazing and exciting that, you know, we shared the whole thing. "30 acres," says Genevieve. I get it. I live in a tent. You got to tell me about who you know if you'd only afford to eat what I can eat. What I can eat, I get it. I'm not sure if I read that the way that it was meant, 30 acre. Yeah, Karen. Like myself, I've been a widow 12 years this January. Yeah. For us, it'll be like 2 years that my ex kind of stepped out of our reality and does not participate in any way at all. He's afar, and there's no judgment of it. None. Like Alex the other day said, I would want to kick him in the balls, and it's like, that's beautiful, but that's not the intent that I need sent out towards my ex. I need healing sent towards him, and that he able to, like, sustain all his DNA upgrades and all his fucking inner wounding coming back at him, right? But we've been in a 2 years sustained reality where there's no friendships, there's no, you know, my family is beautiful, but they love me in a conditional way of, like, not accepting how we are. And so there's always, like, a residue of judgment, right? There's always the residue. So although they do love us as much as they can, it's just, you know, it's not the same as when it's unconditional and 144% that they, you know, they're not proud of me that I've stayed alone for 4 years of my life, right? If I would have picked a timeline and I was in a relationship with, like, even if it wasn't good, they'd be more proud of me because at least I did something, and at least somebody's fucking making sure to take care of my fucking ass on some level, right? But instead, it's like, you know, I've never taken any timelines if they were not for our greatest and highest good, no matter what. And, you know, Michelle, I was pressured into a flu shot while pregnant with Nate. Regrets. Okay, Michelle, you just nailed something really big. I need you to go back in time. You might not be able to do it right now as I'm speaking, but I need you to go back in time and forgive and accept the mama that made that choice. I want you to be proud of yourself that you made that choice because that's what you had to do at the time. Don't have the regret. Just that regret that's lingering in you where you feel guilt or ashamed that you did something in the moment is enough to be keeping the certain dynamic in the energy of your home and your family. You need to go back and really know that at the time, no matter if you felt pressured, no matter if you know you would do different, that you did the best you could at the time. Because a part of what's holding all the energy of everything is the feelings of the things that you did, right? Which you didn't, right? Just that's it. It's like for me, I know that when my daughter Amy was born, she came home from the hospital, was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and she never cried. And then after she started getting her vaccines, she always had issues. She cried for a solid year, Michelle. Amy cried for a solid fucking year of her life after the vaccines. This is before the internet. This is when I was telling my husband at the time, I don't like getting these done. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And we have to. And And I didn't know better, Michelle. I didn't know how to go and educate myself. I didn't know how to say, like, fuck this shit. Like, something's wrong with my baby and it has to do with this. I would just bring her. And this is like in 2000s when, guess what? They knew that we were going to have crystal babies, so they upped the levels of everything into our crystal babies, right? But I could never go back in time. I could only change once I knew better, And so all of the rest of Amy's life, I signed documents, I did stuff, for everything, for the other vaccines, for her not to get them. And guess what? She's 21 and she's double V'd right now. That's her choice. So even if she knew that she had problems as a baby, she is still choosing to step into the reality of, I'm going to college, they want me V, and she didn't even try for an exemption. And it's like, that's her now. That's her, not me. She's 21. She made her choices. But you know better, you do better. Just because you know better and do better doesn't mean they will. But forgive that pregnant woman who did what she thought she had to do at the time, Michelle. Yeah, Emoji King. The lymphatic system and getting kidney, I can't read all those words, honey. Kidney lymphatic filtration to eliminate the the waste. It's actually really simple, but most people don't want to listen. Yeah. Like Michelle putting like Nate in a complete detox and doing like so many different things, like, taking away certain things, adding things to his reality. But you know what I mean? It's too much. This is not something she could do on her own, right? She would need that fucking support and the backup. Just having support and backup would change who Nate is radically. Why? Because that would give Michelle a break, right? If Michelle had 3 to 5 to 6 hours a day where she could actually sleep sustained, and a half an hour, where she went for a walk on her own without it being Josh, right? Because her and Josh don't get the dynamic of her and Josh, because he takes over. You know what I mean? He takes over when he can, but that's just it. They're a trinity, like so embedded in their own trinity that it would be the different support from like minds like us, right? The friends who is right, just love the fact that we could be in Nate and Michelle and Josh's life and do the things, like the simplest things, like if we live close to each other and that day where it's like this, where she could call and say like, fucking come help clean my bathroom, I can't do it, okay, I'm on my way, right? Imagine she didn't have to deal with that mess of this morning. Just knowing that somebody can come and help, and that it would change radically the mindset of, I can't do this anymore. Because when you feel like you can't, you wouldn't even get to the edge of what you feel, Michelle, because you'd be like, get over here, right? It means that. I know, 30 Acre, where you said I wasn't targeting you, Genevieve, or your daughter. I get it, but some things are really sensitive right now of our realities and what they actually are versus what we would want them and need them to be, right, 30 Acre? So me knows exactly a lot of stuff, but me has not been able to manifest it no matter what, right? Yeah, SMS, exactly. I will eat more food today in the next 2 weeks at my daughter's than I usually eat in 2 months. Emoji King, exactly. Thank you for writing it out. That was I wasn't going to mention it, but it's your choice, and I appreciate it. My Michelle has been paralyzed 48 years from a V. Exactly. SMS says, I've never taken a prescription in my life. SMS, the only time in my lifespan from a child, I never had any type of prescription in my life. The only time I ever had a prescription is when I turned 19 and I went on the pill. All of a sudden, I had my first sinus infection and my first ear infections. Wasn't wise enough to realize, right away at the time, right? But so I took birth control on and off from the time I was 19 to 30 to after I had to 33 to a certain time. Not always for very long, because I had my children, but when I was in my 20s. But And then what I did, and because this is one of the reasons how I started to realize about certain things is, first of all, I never got sick if I wasn't on birth control. It was only when I was taking it. But then I did the shot. I was 33. I had my restaurant. I was offered the shot for birth control, and I took it. I took it for a year. And I changed radically, so many things, my mind, my nightmares, everything. And it really, like, that's when I knew, you know, like, that any type of thing inside of me that's outside of it affects my body, and I can't take anything. No. And it was, I didn't even realize that Amy was vaccine injured, and that's why she cried for years, until that time in my life where I took that shot for birth control, and I met a lady who, you know, became my best friend, whose son was vaccine injured. And her speaking about it, and this is when I started to have access to real internet, and then the realization of, like, I got shivers everywhere. The boom, aha, right? Realization. Like, it took a long time to put, like, 2 and 2 and 4 and 5 and 6 together to make a whole and realize, like, whoa. I'd never taken a pill in my life until I started to take the pill, you know. And I didn't notice it at first, you know. Your body changes when you get into your 20s, and it's like, I didn't, you know, but, and never since, right? So I've never, ever since had anything, needed anything. Michelle, I was hoping you'd be live when I woke up. Prayers answered. Michelle, you must have been, because you said that at 1:44. I'm a little behind. I was actually thinking today I'm not coming on, but I felt it to come on. I really did, Michelle. Thanks for writing it out. Feels good. I wonder often what I'm doing here, right? No offense or anything, but SMS. I haven't drank water in 30 years. Yeah, you've spoken about that before, SMS. I wouldn't recommend that for everybody, but I definitely, everybody knows what they need. I totally believe that, right? For me, I'm of the water, so I need it. Karen, I have thought of you on and off today, sending good vibes. Thank you. Karen, I like Genevieve. Karen, that means a lot. We can love a lot of people. Doesn't mean we like them. So thank you. Right? I don't know if you know what I mean, but thank you. Exactly, SMS. I've never really done what mainstream says. When they said to get out of the sun, I knew it was time to get out in the sun twice as much. I know, Emoji King. Emoji Queen's dad passed 4 days ago. SMS. My mom was Donnie K. And my dad was Lonnie Eugene. Lonnie, I like that. I love the name Eugene. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, Michelle. I was not nicknamed much as a kid either with my name Michelle. It just never really happened. I always wanted a nickname growing up. Now I have a beautiful soul family on here, Facebook and Instagram, who actually call me a myriad of cute names. Yeah, Karen has a Lily Rose as well. Karen says my stepson called his daughter Lily Rose, Lilyrose. SMS, your dad died in 69 and your mom in 99? Holy 369, dude. Wow. Yeah, SMS. Life is a bummer without parents or grandparents. Yeah. Life's a bummer without parents or grandparents, and life can be really hard when you have parents and grandparents who are living that don't support you emotionally at all, right? When they don't agree with how you live, or when that judgment and stuff Family's not always, you know, stronger, right, together. Our kids are Heather, Linz, and Nick. Neato. Michelle says, my Belle, Shell, Shelly, MS, MCF, L, McFree, McFreedom, Freelance, Belle, Shelly, Mitchie Can, I'm free, my Shell, there's more, but I'll stop. I love it. You manifested a heck of a lot of nicknames, eh, baby girl? Emoji King, I did my first detox in 1976, so if anyone has any questions. Right on. I'm catching up to the chat. I don't know what's down there, if you're mostly talking to each other, if there's things I can pull through. 1111. Feeling great, Genevieve. I'm zen today. You're looking amazing. Thank you. SMS. I haven't been to the doctor since 71. Karen, listening and just cooking dinner. Thank you. Yeah, Michelle, I had always said I would have a baby when I was 42, since my mom was 42 when she had me, and I had Nate 3 months shy of 43. Thank you, 1111. We love your energy, Genevieve. Thank you. Yours as well. You guys mean the world to me. Emoji King, I'm a nighterologist, amongst other things less known, the last starfighter. SMS says, sorry for my insanity code. You are great peeps. You're always brother from another. The insanity always flows through the love. SMS, I believe that. We're allowed to feel what we feel and be what we are and come back, right? And feel safe and loved. Karen, I believe the universe brings me to everyone that I meet. SMS, there's no coincidences. Our paths cross for a reason. Yeah, especially you, SMS. I don't know if you're still here because now I'm behind in the chat, but you've been on my journey since my beginnings. I've been on YouTube since January 17th, 2019, and you came into my reality in the first 3 to 4 months, and we've always ebbed and flowed towards each other, kind of either, you know, not subbed or lost sub or lost track, and then always ebbed and flowed back and forth to find each other. I believe that. Yeah, 11 says it is all good, code. I'm above the word. It's a nice test. It is. We live and learn in the daily struggle. Exactly, SMS. SMS says you need 4,000 hours to monetize, and I got 10,000 in 1 month. They did, from what you brought of material the other day. 155. Michelle says, want to see Nate and his girlfriend. They made the news. Alyssa made him a Batman costume herself. Poison Ivy. And I have pics in the news clip. Local TV news. Neato. SMS. I've had Poison Ivy. It's no fun. I've never had that. Angelfish, not trying to be an ass here, but family is forever, and I'll always be taking care of mine, no matter what. SMS, he was married 27 years. Just trying to catch up a little bit. I beg to differ. SMS says you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friends' nose. Oh, I beg to differ, dude. No joke. Emoji King, right on. I've seen people pick their friends' nose and eat it. Ooh, you got rebel friends. I would hang out with them. I don't know if anybody was here, but when Jansu got to New York with a Hanamori, Adam, the first thing I said is, go pick his nose. I said, go pick his nose. You're finally with him. It took you this long to finally fucking be together. Go pick his nose. My fault. My bad. You know, man. SMS. With a couple, it seems that complaining and explaining are hard to differentiate. Yeah. Especially, too, that, we got a lot of masculine rising that are still in, like, the programs of thinking that, women complain and, that the interaction of speaking properly to each other, what that actually means, right? To be able to hold space as a feminine or a masculine and not like berate somebody and then go back to the old ways of not listening and not allowing for things to be said. Karen, I was with my husband for 30 years before the cancer came and stole him. Relationships can be hard work, but so worth it. Yeah, you gotta have the two that want to put the effort in, eh, Karen? It really is just that simple. Gotta have the two that put the effort in. It doesn't mean that it's simple while you're doing it, but it means that two people are actually putting in the effort. If just one is trying, right? 30 acre in 8 years, no dope. Right on. Just kind of scrolling through to catch up to where we're at. Michelle, what you're doing here is giving me the strength to carry on another day. Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, sometimes I show up to just have the strength to carry on another day as well, right? You know what I mean? Yes, MS. I think that we get energy from the air, the sun, and Mother Nature grounding in the woods. It's a must. Yep. Yes, MS. I have so much energy. I have to get out every day. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Karen. I only ever knew my mom, and my mom was an unmarried mom and frowned upon. Yeah, I never would have ever imagined or realized the stigma of a single mother unless I had lived it myself, because we are not in a society that's much, much better with single mommies, right? People say and think a lot of things, but unless you're fucking living the dream of the single mom, you have no fucking clue. None. None. Especially being a single mom that looks very young, like I do. Fuck. If I said I was younger, if I lied, it might be a little easier. But the fact that I actually am, you know what I mean? The age that I am just fucking floors like 20 and 30-year-old moms to their fucking knees, where they don't even fucking want to be a part of my reality, right? And just fucking judge or analyze. Where I was living before, I was 3 years in the same sustained reality, living in the same house with people all around, the same people, you know what I mean? And then other people coming in and out because I was living on a resort, a fishing lodge place. But people thought things of me and made stuff up or looked at me in certain ways. And it's like, motherfuckers, if you can't see after 1 year of me consistently acting the same way, 2 years, 3 years, what the fuck more does it take, right? It's like even here. I've been here almost a year, right? There's only a few months left. And how people do or don't look at me and how people do or don't interact with me versus we've had like 6 neighbors come and go, and how people, because they're, you know, a couple or family, like people are like, hey, my name's so and so, da da da, fucking across the street all the fucking time for these fucking new people that came in because they're a couple or they're a family. Meanwhile, me and Lily is like, the fuck, I don't even know who these fucking neighbors are. They, even if I walked down and walked into the middle of them, they'd fucking all turn away and go back into their house. So they talk about me, they see me all the time, but there's never been an interaction, right? Whereas you got the couple that just moved down over there, like fucking first day they were here, hi, my name's so-and-so, if you guys need anything, and da-da-da, and sometimes they're all drinking out on their porches and fucking screaming at each other and like laughing and shit, and meanwhile I'm sitting there is like, hey, I'm here, like what the fuck, right? It's fucking special, I tell ya. Yeah, 11/11. You got a special, different, for sure, eh? I can count my family members on my hand. I've always been alone. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Michelle, I never really had the parents or grandparents. Even when I was 6, I was raising myself. Aw. It was frowned upon in 1967. I was adopted out for 10 days. Then my mom got me back, and the rest is history, lol. Wow. You gave me shivers, Karen, because I was a love child. I was born in 1972. And just, my mom and dad kept me, and they stayed together. They got married because I was there. But within the history of my family, things I did not know until I was older, other cousins of my father's, specifically, maybe even my mother's, you know what I mean, got pregnant and then got taken, brought to the nunnery. They had their children were taken away. And within one cousin, at least, of my father, this happened, you know what I mean? She didn't even get to choose. Her baby was taken. She was never able to find the child. And she was never able to conceive a child either after. So I've had people in my family, like lineage, like, you know, like farther, like not my immediate, but look at me like I'm like, you know, like special or different because I got the reality where I was kept instead of taken away, right? So, you know what I mean? My mom especially lived a lot of stuff, a lot of shaming, a lot of fucking shaming, right? For being pregnant with me. A lot. Did I mention a lot? Yummy. SMS. Thanks for charging my batteries. Gonna go eat some Chinese buffet. Yummy. Enjoy. Eat a chicken ball in my honor. Rawr. Much love. Stay strong. Stay vigilant. Love you. Michelle, it helps to remember I chose all this. What helps me is not that I chose all this, because even that can be surreal. It's more the knowing that no matter what, these are my best timelines. And yeah, I did choose them. And then that thing of like just the other stuff that I haven't brought in. I'm blessed, right? I really am. Angel Fish, I'm the nicest kid, always been so. 43 years of family, aka blood, all you needed. Why I adopt. 30 acre, the Schumann resonance chart is off the scale. Is there an actual number? I'm not aware of what, where we're at, but I know it's fluctuating today. I love watching you guys talk. Boogies are fun to flick. Oh, 1111. Fuck yeah. Loves you, Dean. Boogies are fun to flick. Emoji King, nom vets, nose picker friends. Roar, that's the best. I needed that laugh. Fuck yeah. Imagine us all sitting by a campfire and I walk around and I go pick one of your noses. How you like me now, eh? How do you like me now? Hey, love ball. Pop darts and high energy, everyone. How's it going? Power 6147, Schumann. Karen says I'm gonna go make a J now. I have the tea on. Emoji King. I remember those dudes seeing those guys eat each other's schnots like it was yesterday. Fuck yeah. I'm a mom, right? Snot doesn't really gross me out. There's way grosser things that people buy at the store, or, that gets sold than snot. Not a big deal. Yeah, SMS, I know you're probably gone, but couples are supposed to accentuate each other, elevate each other. Yeah. SMS. Your chats are so hard to leave. I gotta go. Bye. Oh, man. Know what you mean, Jelly Bean. How's your day, love ball? I know I'm a little behind in the comments. Oh, right on, Michelle. I'm sipping my first cup of coffee with you guys. I feel so much better now. When I'm here, nothing else exists. Our sanctum. Yeah. Yeah. Time to manifest the sanctum in real life, eh, Michelle? You not knows how. You just knows it's gonna happen. Yeah, but Karen, for sure. My mom got me back, which was hard work in 1967, but she done it. And I think I know that's who and where I get my strength from. Oh yeah, sweetie. It took balls for her to do that in 67. Especially, aren't you, in like the UK? It's even like fucking more hardcore in the UK. I'm sorry, I could be imagining things, but I've read stuff about Ireland and the UK and, children being born. Love, as far as I know, I, was lucky I was in Canada in a certain way as well, right? Love balls, those chicken balls. That's a good one, Genevieve. She said what the hen did. Yeah, Michelle. Wow, so much support here, always. This is what it's all about, eh? I believe that, Michelle, for sure, yes. Believe it enough to embody it and come in day after day, even if, that's it. This is what I'm guided to do, right? Yeah, Michelle. So grateful for the timelines that I do have and the ones that I don't. Exactly, sweetie. Love you, Alex. Have a good sleep. I'm drowsy. I love you guys. Bye for now. Yeah, Emoji King, they are your children. I didn't know how to pull through that last comment the way that it was written to read it out loud properly, but yeah, they are your children. Michelle, oh my gosh, I forgot my awesome sense of humor this morning. Thanks for helping me find it again. You're welcome. Okay, I'm caught up. A lot of that was goodbyes. Okay, I'm caught up. Feels weird, right? Like SMS left like 5 minutes ago and here I am still talking to him, so it's nice to get caught up. By the way, if I get too caught up and have nothing to say, I will be done streaming. You guys know that, right? Michelle, I drink my coffee surface of the hot. So now I'm fanning behind my knees and other places with the granola bar box. Oh. In what? Okay, are you doing a mask? Yeah, I know. I used to peel off glue. I get it. Cool stream, guys. I haven't been like picking any cards. I've just been like going through the comments. Thanks for so much input, guys. Like I said, you guys know, right? I don't come on with certain things to talk about. If you guys have stuff to say, then that's what I bounce off of. So I've been going for 2 hours and 53 minutes just bouncing off y'all's comments. So thank you. Throughout that, we got some giggles going. So thank you. Yeah, Michelle. Michelle says, Michelle, you and our families are my everything, and we need to manifest it together timeline. Yeah. At this point, I need to, like, I need just, yeah. That's crazy. "30 Acre," Billy Thorpe, "Children of the Sun" is a really good song. Never heard it. Karen, I think we're here to share when it comes to mind. I watched a great Braden video. It was excellent. Mm-hmm, 11:11, same. I just hit the live button, see what shakes, as Allie Berry would say. Yeah, 11:11, exactly, eh? That feeling of just like the gathering of what's meant to be gathered and flowing with it. Yeah. I love when you and Allie do your streams as well, eh? 11:11. I only caught 1 or 2. I don't know if you guys, how many more you guys have manifested together, but I think you guys have a super cool energy when she does her stuff and you guys are like flowing together. I miss Allie. I love Allie. She's one of my most, I don't know, there's something about Allie, eh? The other day she was in one of Matt's or yours streams. Sometimes I get it mixed up if it's yours or Matt's stream because, you know, you're together at the beginning and stuff. And she was saying how when she was in high school, she thought, when I was in high school, I think I saw a fairy. And then she was describing the situation and I said, oh, Allie, don't think, you did. The fairies love you. Like, look at my shivers. And the dragons love Allie as well. Allie is gifted. Right? Like there's stuff that flows from her that, and hasn't flowed from her yet, her voice, just her voice. I miss her and Corey, like their streams, right? Like I hope that they were saying when Corey popped into Matrix Man's stream the other day, he's on vacation and their next gig is September 5th. And he was saying, like, depending on how, you know, they'll probably live stream it. And I hope they do, because for me, like, if Corey and Allie were in my reality, whether they wanted to be my friends or not would be their choice, but I would still be wanting to go see them wherever they played if I could, right? What does that mean? I'm a PG mom. It means Lily Rose has to be allowed to go in. So, but they are the kind of music that I would want to have in my realities, Allie and Corey. I've envisioned myself and seen myself as a duo for fucking years now, and nobody has come into my reality. So it's like just the feeling of Allie and Corey as a duo. It's not about them being they're partners in their music, but not in real life. And it's like, just like, could somebody come into my reality that brings that into mine and Lily Rose's life, eh? Like, big time. Boom. Anybody else feeling the buffalo lately? Big time. White buffalo calf woman. 50. I've only pulled 2 cards. 10 to the small things. 40. And 50. Reverence. White buffalo calf woman. 1111. Where's Trace B? Mina knows. Maybe saying her name will make her pop up. Trace B, we loves you. Yeah, Michelle, Lily Rose is such a trooper. There's no words for it. Love you. Karen, Jack Johnson has a great voice and melody to his tunes. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I haven't listened to Jack Johnson in a while, actually. Hey, Mr. McGee, how's it going? He gonna blue you on the spot, dude. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining us. I've seen your name everywhere. How's it going? Yeah, Michelle, I'm gonna re-up my efforts. Have the power. We all do. I want us together. Leave no man behind. Yeah, me too. I'm getting sappy, guys. I think I'm gonna start crying soon. Yeah, Michelle says, Karen, your mom is one of my heroines now. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, 1111, if ever you invited me, and if I could, I would love to be with you guys. 1111 says we would like another card reader to join. If ever you guys felt it was me, I would feel honored and I would love it. Seriously, dude. I don't read cards in the way like of being, you know, like by the book of certain things. I go more with flow and instinct. But yeah. Ulik says you guys are all gifted. Thank you. That's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that, Emoji King. Dr. Robert Morse recently helped a toddler back to health after he was hurt. No words to explain. It's a must watch. I know, 1111. I would not mind Allie in the live in my life in the like for real. Wow. Same, dude. Same. Definitely. Oh, right on. He's doing okay then, Michelle? Josh is doing good at work? Good. It's so hard, I know. I'm so proud of both of you. Neat, 30 acre. For some reason, I relate heavily to the unicorn. Really? 1111 says, yes, Genevieve, I will put it into Allie. We did have you in mind for a bit, actually. That would be cool. I know one thing the other night, when I joined the stream, like, you know what I mean, the panel with Matrix and you, Peanut was there for a while, Kimba came in and stuff, and like I needed that, you know what I mean? Like, it's awesome that I know and I can pull off like a stream on my own, but I'm giggling by myself, right, guys? So the feeling of giggling with you guys was like, that was big for me. Felt really good. It was really awesome. And yeah, I just need the, you know, just need the places and where it feels good. Right? 30 acre. For some reason, I think I have been a unicorn before. I take that back. I think I've been everything before. You see yourself as like a master blueprinter, 30 acre, that you've been here since the beginning of time type of energy. I'd have to see your eyes, right? I can feel from your energy that you know, that the fact that you jumped into my streams and have felt comfortable since you came in, that's already a big deal, right? Of someone's soul and you know, first of all, where you're guided, but that you jumped into the streams and you participate, right? So right there, that's big. That's big. But I would wonder, I need to see your eyes just to see like what comes through for me, and what does that mean that I recognize us through our voices as well. It's 1440, 144 on my timestamp as the sirens pop off. Yeah, so I recognize, I use the word
240.
Yeah, I use the words that I use, but for myself, I term people who have been here since ever and a day. Like, other people will call them old souls, and it's like, no, there's older souls than older, and those are the blueprinters. Blueprinters, I'm a blueprinter, and mostly blueprinters, we don't really care to identify and label who we have been compared, like, we don't need the words compared to other souls who, like, they need to prove that they lived this lifetime. They need to show, they need to like say, I'm like this, I'm like that, and I'm like that. And for me, as a master blueprinter who's been here since before even time began, I see them as like a little bit of a younger soul, right? You got to prove who you be. And it's like me not even say 3/4 of what I can do, what I am, what my abilities are. Like, I'm not here to prove anything. I just embody it. If that makes any sense at all. And that difference of someone wanting to insist, like, I am Jesus, or, you know what I mean? Like, okay. But you know what I mean? It's a collective conscious to believe you were Jesus. Because if everybody who was Jesus, who says they was Jesus, then that's a lot of fucking Jesuses, eh, guys? Right? It's like the way when people regress into past lives. How can everybody in a past life have been a king and a queen and done this? It's like, guess what? You were a fucking rapist and a murderer and a killer too in a past life. And if you can't regress and believe that, that's part of the reasons why you're still angry about things that are going on right now in humanity, because you haven't accepted that in other lifetimes you did stuff, right? So everybody wants to come back with their stories of things that they did in a past life, but ain't nobody really saying the raw stuff of what they actually did, because you did. We've done it all. We've seen it all. Only certain children, the golden children coming through, have not been here before. That's why they're so sensitive. That's why they are so different than our generation of any children we've ever had, right? because they are here as pure new souls to just come in and radically help us change the world. So, and I got an ick with all that, you know, past life stuff. If you can't fess up and own up to, you know, having done certain things, then you're just in a little like, oh, okay, everything's like was so beautiful. I was a princess, I was a queen. And it's like, no, you know, you was the one doing the nasty shit. You know what I mean? Like everybody did at some point. You feel your lineage, 1111? Michelle, I heard the chauffeur Duran Duran yesterday. I sent it to you just now. My friend Danny in Vancouver just sent me the song. This life is so magically delicious. That's what you gotta hold on to, Michelle, is that magically delicious part, right? For real.
And iced tea.
Exactly, Michelle. I predate Earth. I as well. Thank you, Emoji King. I remember committing murder in a past lifetime. Yeah. For myself, sometimes it's like that thing of just allowing those rememberings to pass through are exactly what's needed, right? To be able to come full circle in this lifetime. Shannon 222, interesting. Yeah. It's like for myself in this lifetime, in this incarnation with this avatar, I've always had issues with masculine and feminine, the jealousy and the that it's about my body, right? What's wrong? Okay, take your
Keeps
time.
turning on and off, on and off, on and off.
Okay, take your time.
Like it turns off and then it dies. Turns off, turns on, dies. Turns on, dies. I rebooted it. Okay.
Well, you gotta give it time. Like
Yeah.
it's 11:11. I came in the form of a shooting star. Emoji King got away on horseback, but did I really get away? I think not. Michelle, I want to take Lily shopping so bad. Dude,
Please.
at this point, you want to go show your shoes what they look like right now?
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you what Lily's shoes look like right now. That's how, you know, that's where we're at.
So, you know, this one's fine. It's a little dirty. That one's fine. It's this one. Can't see it. That
Okay, don't
That-
pull on it too much,
that-
please.
and this. This part.
Okay.
You wanna wear my
Yeah, I kind of love tires, Michelle. I wasn't sure why you said we were tires, but yeah, that's why we're tired. Yes, Michelle. Actually, I'm going to read. Could you be careful? This cushion just keeps on. I'm going to read this one. 50. White buffalo calf woman. Reverence. Now is the time to view your world through a lens of peace, harmony, and reconciliation. The domain of the Lakota goddess, the white buffalo calf woman. It's time to leave right, wrong, good, bad, zero-sum game world behind and enter the space where you can find the sacred ground of sharing without guile and negotiating from a desire that everyone benefits. You'll be so glad you did. Take a humble yet grounded approach to life so far, and not everything good will come of it. Yeah, Shannon 222, White Buffalo. Yeah, Karen. I was angry for years after my husband passed due to him being only 45. And then the other shit that happened. Yeah, because other stuff comes too, right? It changed me from who I was to who I am now. So I believe it is good for me to learn from. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Karen. Yeah, I will pull a card for you today, 30 Acre. I'm gonna grab you a Native Spirit card. Offerings. I pulled this card yesterday, I think. It's rare that cards come out from this deck. I'm gonna read it, but I think it was yesterday. Offerings. The universe is grateful for you. You are a gift to the world. Feel gratitude for everything in your life, even the things that don't seem perfect. Appreciation for everything flows through you in this great bounty. Cherish the preciousness of life and everyone and everything around you. Thus you will be cherished as well. Here you go, tube. Michelle says, Lily, we can share clothes. We have the same styles. Yeah, Michelle, we can do this. Love is the force that binds the fabric of the universe together. Yeah, Michelle. 1111. As light as a feather. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Hear my tummy getting hungry. I'm at an impasse, guys. I know I'm supposed to have faith, but I need some prayers. I need some clarity. Nothing makes sense of living the way that I am anymore, but there's nothing opening up for us. So a little bit of prayers our way, please. truest test is when we cannot see, right? But when you really can't see, whew. Hi, Scream Engine. Thanks for coming in. How's it going, dude? I was thinking about you yesterday. Petrified wood. The last time I pulled this was for Anita. A couple this week. I forget which day. 43. Petrified wood. Patience. Timelessness. Patience and trust and universal timing and going with the flow. The universe has its own ideas about when and how to bring your intention into form. But we can be impatient, forgetting that time allows the universal consciousness to get all the wheels turning so that what we wish to co-create can begin to manifest. The appearance of this crystal is a reminder to trust in the timing of the universe. Good things come to those who wait. Our message right now is to be open to the divine order, for you cannot control the timetable or the form in which the universe expresses your intention. Focus on the process, putting one foot in front of the other. As you work at your own growth and healing, and what you need will show up in perfect timing. Scream Engine, it's one of those days. I just hosted the family for the past 3 weeks. Now everyone's gone back, and I can feel and hear every creak in the house. The house does make beautiful music, however, yeah. Thanks, Shannon. Thank you. Thanks, Michelle. I'm gonna just stop. Wish you guys a beautiful day. Thanks for being here.